from Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
Mr. Dollar, I want you to come over here right away.
What's that again?
I want you to come over here right away.
That's what I thought you said, but who is this and where's here?
This is Ellis P. Watkins, Mr. Dollar. You've heard of me, perhaps?
Yeah, I think so. Manufacturer, aren't you?
Well, at the moment, that seems to be a matter of opinion. Over here is Broad Acres at Fairfield, Connecticut.
Would you mind telling me what this is all about, Mr. Watkins?
It's very simple. I have $100,000 to give away.
Oh? To whom?
That is what you are going to tell me, Mr. Dollar.
I'll get there as soon as I can.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the estate of E.P. Watkins, Fairfield, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Happy Family matter. Expense account item 1, $1.20 taxi from my apartment to the home office of the Universal Adjustment Bureau and Pat McCracken.
Well, didn't take Mr. Watkins long to get in touch with you, Johnny.
Yeah, I figured he must have got my name from you, Pat.
E.P. Watkins holds a life policy for $100,000. Beneficiary was to have been his wife, but she died several months ago. Now he wants to designate a new beneficiary.
You mean he wants me to tell him who the beneficiary should be?
That's right.
No, thanks.
Now, look,
You
Johnny...
look, Pat. I got tangled up in a family matter once before. I still have the scars to prove it.
Johnny...
Why doesn't Mr. Watkins pick his own beneficiary?
Ordinarily he would, but in a case like this, it might take time.
So what?
From what I can gather, Johnny, Mr. Watkins doesn't have much time left to live.
Oh? Okay, Pat. Item 2, $4.30 transportation by car to Broad Acres, the Watkins home in Fairfield. It was a big place, and it was old. I was shown into the library. E.P. Watkins was sitting in front of the fire. I could see that he wasn't well, but there was still a lot of strength in his face.
Mr. Dollar, according to the medical authorities, I have somewhere between 1 week and 1 year to live.
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Oh?
My wife is dead. My business is on the verge of collapse, and my children are strangers. Should I be sorry?
Well, I don't know.
I have 3 possible beneficiaries. A daughter, Sheila, 28 years old. A son, Michael, 26, and another daughter, Elizabeth, 24.
Well, why not have all 3 share equally?
Mr. Dollar, had I wished to do that, I would not be calling on you.
The others will be taken care of elsewhere in the estate, I suppose.
There is no estate other than this insurance policy.
Oh.
Most of it has gone down the drain of an ailing business. The rest will be consumed in estate expenses.
I see.
Watkins' money should be kept in the Watkins family, as I see it. But I most emphatically wish the money to go to one member and one member only.
And the other 2? They're to be left out in the cold, huh?
I did not engage you to examine my motives, Mr. Dollar. You have asked me a direct question, and I will give you a direct answer. Yes, I intend, as you put it, to leave the other 2 out in the cold.
You say there are 3 of them. Sheila, Michael, Elizabeth. What can you tell me about them?
Well, Sheila, who lives with me, she seems to think that she should be managing my affairs instead of I.
Uh-huh.
Michael seems to prefer the so-called life of an artist to assuming the responsibilities of the name of Watkins.
And Elizabeth?
Stubborn. Married to one James Lovett, who is quite convinced that he knows infinitely more about business matters than I ever did.
Well, you seem to take a pretty dim view of all of them, Mr. Watkins.
I do. I do indeed, Mr. Dollar.
You know, one little item occurs to me.
And what is that?
Whichever two are left out aren't going to like it very much.
Obviously.
Which means they're not going to like me very much.
Also quite obvious. So I intend to pay you a considerable fee. But you will earn it. Every penny of it.
Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
And now for another episode in the life of Sergeant Donald Bellwether, my husband.
Reba, is everything packed in this duffel bag?
Yeah, everything but these, Sarge.
Oh, let me see that bottle. Reba, what in the world would a bunch of guys on a fishing trip want with these indigestion pills?
Well, now, you just take them along, Don. Remember, you boys will be doing your own cooking for 3 whole days.
Yeah. Maybe you're right. Oh, boy, I can hardly wait to pop some of those freshly caught fish into the pan.
There, now. Everything's all packed.
Yeah, well, we better get going. The fellas will be waiting.
I'll walk you to the car.
Okay. I'll carry this bag. The rest of the gear's already packed.
Here, I'll open the door for you.
Oh, thanks, honey. Now, I'll just put this bag in the back seat. Okay. Now, kiss me goodbye right here on the front lawn so the neighbors will know I'm not leaving because we quarreled.
Oh, you're so silly. Good luck, dear. Have a wonderful time. You really deserve this fishing trip.
Oh, is that all you got to say? I mean, you usually tell me to drive carefully, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, this time I will not say a word.
Oh. Okay, dear. Well, I guess I better be going. Hey, what's this note on the steering wheel? Dear Sergeant, on one holiday last year in the States, speed was a factor in 71% of the accidents. Drinking was a factor in nearly half. Accidents were most frequent early in the weekend. 82% of the accidents happened in rural areas, and the victims were usually the drivers. Your loving wife, Reba. I might have known you'd get to me somehow.
Goodbye, dear. Oh, I'm going to miss you.
I'm going to miss you too, Reba. And don't you worry. I'll drive safely.
That's my Donald. That's my doll.
And now, Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Happy Family Matter.
Well, this was undoubtedly the weirdest assignment I'd ever been handed, and from one of the weirdest characters I'd ever met, E.P. Watkins. And yet I couldn't help feeling sorry for him. He was really alone. And somewhere along the line, he must have been hurt pretty badly. I left the library and started through the drawing room.
Mr. Dollar? I'm Sheila.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to talk to you for a moment.
Sure, why not?
Mr. Dollar, I know what you must think of my father.
Oh, do you?
But if you're inclined to judge him harshly, just remember, he wasn't always like this.
Oh.
So very many things have gone wrong for him.
Like what?
Like, well, I'm afraid the main thing is his feeling that the 3 of us, Elizabeth and Michael and I, have let him down somehow. He seems to resent us so terribly.
Why should he, Sheila?
I'm not sure. I think he resents me because I'm not a man.
Oh?
You see, I'm the oldest. And in many ways, I'm more like Father than the others are. If I'd been a man, I could have, well, taken over for him.
Yeah, I see.
I've tried to do what I could. Help make decisions, that sort of thing. But I think he somehow resents that, too.
Well, I gather it hasn't exactly been easy for you living here with him.
Somebody has to. And the others have lives of their own.
Speaking of the others, I'd like to talk to them. Where can I find them?
Elizabeth and her husband live in Cranford, New Jersey. And Michael's in New York, in Greenwich Village.
Okay. Thanks, Sheila. Outwardly, she was poised, but I could tell she was nervous, tense. Her fingers wouldn't stay still. She kept shredding bits of cellophane from her cigarette package. Yeah, she was under strain, all right, and I could understand why. Item 3, $8.40. Transportation to New York City to the Greenwich Village apartment of Michael Watkins.
Mr. Dollar, you can tell Dad that I do not want that insurance money.
Why not, Mike?
Because it doesn't... Well, he doesn't owe me anything, and I don't owe him anything. It was a clean break, and that's just the way I want it.
You're sure about that?
I am. I'm doing what I want to do. I'm painting. Everything is just the way I want it.
You know, Mike, you sound sort of like you were trying to convince yourself.
I resent that, Mr. Dollar. Our family is split apart, that's all. Sheila's been trying her best to hold it together, but it won't work.
Why not?
Because I have had it. For years, Dad's been trying to cram Watkins and Company down my throat. He knew my heart wasn't in it, but did that matter to him? No. Look, Mr. Dollar, I can make your job real easy for you.
Yeah?
There's one person in our family really deserves that money after what she's been through.
Sheila?
Yes, Sheila.
Item 4, $6 even. Transportation to the Lovett's home in Cranford, New Jersey.
Look, Mr. Dollar, if sending you here is some scheme of Dad's to force us into line, you're wasting your time, and so is he.
Now, wait a minute, Elizabeth,
After the way he's treated Jim.
Relax, honey. That's all over and done with. Look, Dollar, I can simplify your job for you.
Can you?
Give the insurance to Elizabeth here.
Why?
Because then I can get my hands on it.
Oh? Well, what would you do with it, Jim?
My controlling interest in Watkins and Company and put the business back on its feet.
You once worked for Watkins and Company. Why did you leave?
Because he's still running it the way he did 30 years ago. It won't work, and I wouldn't be a part of it.
Jim tried, Mr. Dollar. He really did. But Dad wouldn't even listen to him.
For years, he tried to get Mike to take over the business. But Mike prefers to be off in Never Never Land painting those lousy pictures of his.
Now, Jim.
They are lousy, and you know it, Liz.
Look, Jim, you say Mr. Watkins didn't give you a chance to put your ideas into effect, huh?
No. Finally, things got to the breaking point. Dollar, I sent him a written contract guaranteeing I'd raise the necessary financing. I asked for only 6 months in charge.
Contract? But he wouldn't accept your offer, huh?
No. Sheila begged him to sign. Finally, he sent word back for me to tear up the contract and get out of the company.
I see.
Well, Dollar, you've met all 3 of us now. Who's going to be the beneficiary? Sheila, or Mike, or Elizabeth?
One thing I wanted to check on was Jim's opinion that Mike was not a good painter. I nosed around until I found an art dealer who'd handled his work. He showed me a couple of paintings and then leveled with me. So far as he could see, Mike was a lousy artist. I went back to my hotel to think it over, but I found a message that Mr. Watkins' attorney wanted to talk to me. He'd taken a room on the floor above, so I went upstairs.
Dollar?
Halfway into the room, I noticed it was dark. Then, as I heard the door slam, I felt a gun barrel in my back.
Hold real still, Dollar.
Who are you?
That don't matter.
What's this all about?
Dollar, this case you're working on, you drop it right now.
And if I don't?
If you don't, you get dropped. For keeps.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
Do you know who said, "That man is free who is protected from injury"? Those words came from Daniel Webster, one of the most eloquent orators in American history. Webster knew that a man could not be free unless he lived in a country which recognized his right to freedom and created laws to protect that freedom. A slave state may say that its citizens are free, but as long as a single citizen can be harmed by the whim of a country's rulers, true freedom does not exist. A man is free only if his rights to freedom are protected. Remember the words of Daniel Webster. They are part of your American heritage. The free man must be protected from injury.
And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Happy Family Matter.
You get the message, Dollar?
Sure. I dropped the case or else. Look, you're obviously not Watkins' attorney. The message was just a decoy to get me here. Who hired you to give me this
Don't
warning?
get so nosy, Dollar. You got the warning. It's the main point. Just to make sure you get the message.
I'd seen what was coming and ducked, then swung and knocked the gun out of his hand. He gave me a knee in the stomach and flat. By the time I got to my feet, he was gone. I turned on the lights and looked around. And then on a table, I spotted something that stopped me cold. The truth had been right under my nose all the time. I called the various members of the family, asked them to meet me at the Watkins home. When I got there, they were waiting for me. Mr. Watkins, Sheila, Mike, Elizabeth, and her husband, Jim. There was a stiff, chilly politeness in the air. There was tension, too.
Mr. Dollar, I want you to know that I resent your theatrical gesture in assembling us like this.
And I'm sorry, Mr. Watkins, but you hired me to do a job, and I'm trying to do it.
I'm sure you have reasons for this, Mr. Dollar. But you must know how painful this is to Father.
Yes, I know, Sheila, but it's necessary.
I don't see why, Dollar.
I'm coming to that, Mike. Now, look, let's face it. This is not exactly the happiest family in the world. It's been torn wide apart. All right. Why is it torn apart?
Oh, that's ancient history, Mr. Dollar.
Maybe some of it is, Elizabeth, but a lot of it isn't.
Well, I don't see what's to be gained by rehashing all
Let
this.
him finish, honey. Just what are you driving at, Dollar?
Just this, Jim. I was hired to find out what I could about the 3 beneficiaries. On the surface, everybody was very cooperative.
On the surface?
Somebody in this family didn't really want me to make this investigation, Sheila. They hired a strong arm to rough me up earlier this evening to make me drop the investigation.
Nonsense.
Sorry, Mr. Watkins, but I've got the scars to prove it.
But who?
Let's start with you, Mike. I want to know why you quit the family business and started painting.
I told you. It was because Dad kept trying to cram the business down my throat.
Why, you ungrateful.
Well, it's true. I couldn't take it any longer.
Sure, but you'd felt that way for a long while. What led you to make the break, Mike?
Well, when even Sheila agreed it was no use, I
She
thought
encouraged you.
Of course I encouraged him. I felt he should have the right to a life of his own.
But, Sheila, you told me that you had begged Mike to stay in the company.
He was.
What?
I was acting in the best interests of the family.
Were you, Sheila?
Mr. Dollar, I don't know what you're trying to suggest.
That brings us to Jim and Elizabeth here. Jim, you quit the company, too. Why?
I've already told you, Dollar. Mr. Watkins refused my last offer of help. Kicked me out.
Well, that's not true. What offer are you talking about?
That contract I sent you.
What contract?
You never saw it, did you, Mr. Watkins?
I most certainly did not.
But Wait a minute. I gave the contract to Sheila. She said it'd be better if she handled it. Then she told me later she discussed it with her father, and he refused.
Sheila, you lied.
Well, Sheila?
Mr. Dollar, I refuse to discuss.
Sheila, you have a nervous habit of shredding cellophane cigarette wrappers to bits. In the hotel room where that hired strong arm jumped me, I found a little pile of shredded cellophane near the ashtray.
Sheila.
I don't understand.
Mr. Dollar, do I understand that you're suggesting it's been I who've torn the family apart?
Well,
Sheila.
Yes, Father.
Why?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
hey, look, I'm an insurance investigator, not a psychologist, but I don't think this is too hard to understand. Sheila, weren't you trying somehow to punish?
I'm not sure.
Sheila. Oh, Sheila, if that's true, you need help.
They all had a life of their own. Except me.
We'll help you, dear. We'll get help for you.
I hated what I was doing. But I just couldn't seem to help myself.
Mr. Dollar, you will understand that I am rather bewildered by all this.
I do, Mr. Watkins.
Now, you suggest that she was deliberately trying to tear the family apart in order to punish someone.
Well, That's only a guess, Mr. Watkins, but I think it's probably a good one.
Then she was trying to punish me.
I think so.
Should I understand why?
Did she ever have a life of her own? Was she ever allowed to have one?
Mr. Dollar, I requested you to designate a beneficiary for me.
That's right.
I now request you to suspend further action for the time being. It appears the matter requires further thought.
Yeah. Yeah. Item 6, $8.50. Transportation and incidentals back home. Expense account total, $73 even. Remarks? Sheila is now undergoing treatment, and the outlook is favorable. Elizabeth's husband, Jim, is managing the affairs of Watkins and Company. Mike is helping him. And I guess he's doing a good job. Mr. Watkins, well, he's still alive. And his doctor tells me that now the old gentleman has found some reasons to be alive, he'll probably be with us quite a while. And make all 3 of his children his beneficiaries. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Tonight's story was written by Robert Wright. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Shirley Mitchell, John Daner, Larry Dobkin, Peter Leeds, and Paul Duboff. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Cubberly speaking.
Next on WBBM, yours truly, Johnny Dollar. 47 degrees at 8 o'clock. WBBM, Chicago.
WBBM FM, Chicago.
Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, the refreshing, delicious treat that gives you chewing enjoyment, presents for your listening enjoyment John Lund as
Johnny Dollar.
Philip Martin, Johnny.
Oh, hello, Mr. Martin.
Got a job for you.
Well, fine.
We insure a Mr. Alfred Chambers of Pittsburgh. He was shot to death yesterday.
Murder?
That's the way it looks. He'd rented a cabin in Michigan, Les Cheneaux Islands.
Where's that?
Oh, about 30 miles from Sault Ste. Marie.
Right up near Canada.
Yeah, that's right. His wife found him lying in the front room of the cabin, shot through the chest. The officer handling the case is Captain George Lane, Sault Ste. Marie Police. He'll be expecting you.
I'll leave in the morning.
the makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum bring you John Lund in another adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Friends, the makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum present these weekly adventures of Johnny Dollar because they know that millions of you enjoy Johnny Dollar. That's true of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, too. It's enjoyed by millions, day in and day out. People find that chewing on a smooth, delicious piece of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum somehow makes time pass more pleasantly. Whether you're working, driving, shopping, or just taking things easy, that good, tasty chewing gives you enjoyment and satisfaction. So always keep a package of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum handy. And whenever you want a refreshing, delicious treat, chew a stick. You'll like it. You really will.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office, Columbia All Risk Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Alfred Chambers matter. Expense account item 1, $45.95, plane fare and incidentals between Hartford, Connecticut and Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. Expense account item 2, 75 cents, cab fare to the local police station, where I introduced myself to Captain George Lane.
Sit down, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, thanks.
Mr. Martin from your company told me to expect you. How can I help?
Well, to begin with, you can fill me in on the details.
Sure. You ever been to the Snows?
The Snows?
Les Chenaux Islands.
Oh, no.
Well, there are a whole group of islands on the fringe of Lake Huron. Les Chenaux means the channels. It's somewhat of a resort now, but very exclusive. People who go to the Snows have been coming up for years. They own homes on various islands, and altogether a very respectable community. Alfred Chambers rented the Forester cabin. It's one of the islands furthermost from the mainland, about 2 miles, I'd say. He spent 3 days in the Snows, and then his wife arrived from Pittsburgh. Mr. Schoenberg, fellow has a boat rental service, took her out to the island, and she found her husband lying in the living room, dead, shot through the chest.
Any suspects?
Not a one. Mrs. Chambers told me she'd separated from her husband about a week before he'd come to the Snows, but she couldn't have killed him. Schoenberg was with her all the time. And according to the coroner, Chambers had been dead for about 14 hours. Until the investigation's cleared up, I've been making my headquarters at the hotel at the Snows. I just came in to get the coroner's report. I was going back this afternoon if you'd care to come along.
Yeah, I'd like to. Any other homes on the island?
Yeah, several. One about a half mile south, one on the other side of the island. This is where Mrs. Chambers found her husband.
Mm-hmm.
Lying on his face. The front door was open. He wasn't shot inside the cabin.
He wasn't?
If you didn't notice when we came in, there was some blood leading up the front steps. See? You can see where it trails in here.
Staggered in from outside,
Yeah.
huh? No electricity in the house.
No, Coleman lamps. The other 2 homes on the island have electricity and phones. But this place is nearly 60 years old. The owners never bothered to equip it with any modern conveniences.
How did Chambers get to and from the mainland?
Boat. Rented a boat from Schoenberg. When the coroner examined him, he noticed that his shoes were still damp. Later examination showed he'd been in the water, fully clothed.
It's funny.
I think he was shot probably while he was out on the dock. Fell in the water and waded to shore.
You say he'd been dead about 14 hours.
That's right. Make it about 5 in the evening when he was shot.
What time does it get dark?
Oh, up here this time of year, it doesn't get dark till about 9 o'clock. Twilight.
Shot in the chest.
Mm-hmm.
You recovered the slug?
Yeah, 22, long rifle.
Well, he was shot when it was light, and you think he was out there on the dock.
I'm pretty sure he was out there. There was a thick mud on his shoes and on the pants. Now, that mud is on the bottom out there by the dock. In close here, it's more sand. And then to get completely wet like that.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't seem likely that anyone could have shot him from the lake.
No, they'd have to be out in a boat. That'd be taking a pretty big chance.
And somebody on the island. Somewhere in the woods back there, huh?
Probably. Someone could have landed on the island any place and walked here.
Anyone hear a shot?
Yeah, I've talked with a lot of people. Some of them remember hearing a shot about that time. There's no telling where it came from. Shot on this lake, you can hear from miles.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'd like to have a talk with Mrs. Chambers.
Sure. Schoenberg can take us back to the mainland. You can drive my car over to the hotel.
Come in, Mr. Dollar.
I hope I'm not disturbing you, Mrs. Chambers.
No, not at all. Won't you sit down?
Oh, thanks. Oh, it's a beautiful view.
Yes, isn't it? Is this your first time up here?
Yes, it is.
Mine, too. You're an insurance investigator.
Yes. My company covers both you and your husband.
Well, Mr. Dollar, just how can I help you?
Answer some questions. I know it's tough at this time.
Oh, I'll be glad to tell you anything I can.
Captain Lane said that you and Mr. Chambers had separated.
Yes, that's correct.
May I ask why?
Is it absolutely necessary?
Your husband's been killed, Mrs. Chambers. Your separation might mean nothing, and then again...
Well, it was another woman.
Do you mind telling me about it?
It isn't the most pleasant subject, but I suppose you have to know. About a month ago, Al admitted that he'd been seeing this woman. He said it was serious. We argued. It was a rather nasty argument. We considered separation then, but because of the publicity, we held off.
Your husband was in the steel business, wasn't he?
Yes. And we have 2 children. Things like this happen all the time, I guess. And I can understand. I saw the girl one night. She's very attractive. Quite young. I think Al told me she was in her last year in college.
What's her name?
Oh, I don't think it was her fault. She's young, and my husband was certainly a very attractive man. I don't think it was either of their faults, really. Things like that happen. It would be a shame to involve her now.
She's already involved. This looks like murder. Anyone connected with your husband is involved. What's her name?
Jane Elkins. I've never met her, but my husband told me she's a lovely girl, from a fine family. A week ago, I wouldn't have cared whether or not she was involved in a scandal, but now... Oh, certainly I've suffered enough, and it'll be a terrible thing for my children. I thought a lot about the girl after I found Al. I hoped that perhaps she might be spared.
She lives in Pittsburgh?
Yes.
Your husband left Pittsburgh when?
A week ago today. He decided to take his vacation alone. Think things over.
Why did you come up here?
Well, I thought things over too, Mr. Dollar. I decided to give Al his freedom. I talked with our lawyer, and he suggested I have one more talk with Al. I left the next morning.
Did you tell your husband you were coming up?
No. There was no way of reaching him. There's no phone on the island. The letter would have gotten here after I did.
So you just packed and came up, huh?
Yes. I only packed one bag. I wasn't planning on staying.
When did you leave Pittsburgh?
The morning of the 18th.
You arrived the next morning?
Oh, I arrived at the Sioux that night. I came to the Snows the next morning.
You've never been here before?
No.
How did you know how to find the cabin where your husband was staying?
Well, I simply asked the man who runs the boats. I asked him to take me to the forester's cabin.
I see. Can you think of anyone who might want to kill your husband?
A week ago. I thought about it.
Anyone else?
No. My husband was well liked, Mr. Dollar. He was a very respected man.
No business troubles?
Oh, no.
How long has it been since your husband was up here?
Oh, well, let's see. He always used to talk about it. He used to tell the children he'd show them pictures. Oh, I guess it's about 10 years ago. Yes, I think it was about that long before we were married.
Well, Mrs. Chambers?
Oh, must you go?
I have to get back to Captain Lane. I've got his car.
The captain asked me to stay until he finishes his investigation.
Yes.
I don't know anyone here. I was hoping you might have dinner with me. There's very good food, a pleasant dining room.
Well, thank you very much, Mrs. Chambers, but I...
Excuse me. Yes? Yes. By all means, come right up.
Well, I'll be going, Mrs. Chambers.
I think you should stay, Mr. Dollar.
Hmm?
That phone call was from the lobby. It was Miss Jane Elkins.
Friends, Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum is a refreshing, delicious treat you can enjoy just about any time. Even when you're busy working, you can slip a stick of Wrigley's Spearmint in your mouth and enjoy the pleasant chewing. The lively, full-bodied spearmint flavor cools your mouth and freshens your taste. The good, smooth chewing helps relieve pent-up tension, gives you satisfaction. As a result, you seem to feel more relaxed and get more enjoyment out of what you're doing. So enjoy chewing Wrigley's Spearmint Gum while you work, and at other times, too. Get a few packages next time you're at the store. That's Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious. And now, with our star, John Lund, we bring you the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
Jane Elkins, the woman who had caused the separation between Mrs. Chambers and her husband, had called from the hotel lobby. Jane Elkins, the Pittsburgh college student, had suddenly turned up at Les Chenauds.
Mrs. Chambers?
Yes. Come in.
We've never met, but
My husband told me about you. This is Mr. Dollar.
How do you do?
Hello, Miss Elkins.
I'm sorry. I didn't know you had company.
That's quite all right. When you called, I asked Mr. Dollar to stay. He's investigating my husband's death.
Oh?
Sit down, Miss Elkins. Please.
Thank you.
I must say your call certainly surprised me.
When I heard you were in town, I thought about calling you sooner, but... Well,
I understand.
You were in town when Mrs. Chambers arrived, Miss Elkins?
Oh, yes. I came up with some friends. They have a home on one of the islands. Mrs. Chambers, I didn't know Mr. Chambers was coming up here.
You didn't?
Mrs. Chambers, I wasn't in love with your husband. I never have been. I must admit that for a while I thought perhaps I was.
You didn't know Mr. Chambers was coming up here?
I had no idea until he arrived.
How long had you been here before Mr. Chambers arrived?
Nearly a week.
You told him you were coming up?
Yes. I told him I wasn't sure about... I said I wanted to come up and think for a while.
Where were you when Mr. Chambers was killed?
I don't know. I don't know just when he was killed. I heard about it. Let's see, Wednesday in the afternoon.
When was the last time you saw him?
I saw him Tuesday afternoon. That was the last time. He came into Cedarville. I met him at the drugstore. We talked, and he went back to the island.
Had you seen him much before that? While you were up here, I mean?
Yes, I saw him twice. Shortly after he arrived, and one time after that at the post office. Mrs. Chambers, when he arrived and we met, I told him I'd rather not see him while I was up here. The people I'm staying with know Mr. Chambers. They're from Pittsburgh also.
Do I know them?
The Weatherwaxes?
Oh, yes.
You see, before I met your husband, I was engaged to their son, Charles.
Is he here in the Snows?
Yes, we all drove up together.
Does he know about you and Mr. Chambers?
Yes.
Did he know that Mr. Chambers was here in town?
Yes, I told him.
How did he take it?
Not too well, I'm afraid.
Miss Elkins, before my husband arrived, had you come to any decision?
Yes. Maybe you won't believe it, but it's true. When your husband arrived, I told him... I said I thought it would be best if we forgot the whole thing. I wasn't in love with him, Mrs. Chambers. Not really.
Miss Elkins, After Mr. Chambers left you that last time in the afternoon, what did you do?
I went back to the house.
Where was Charles? Was he at the house?
No, I don't think so. No, he was out. Mr. Dollar, you weren't suggesting...
Just a simple question. Where was Charles?
He was out in the boat.
Alone? Was he alone?
I don't know.
Well, it's easy to find out.
Mr. Dollar, if you'll excuse me, I really must be going.
Oh, that's too bad.
Will you forgive me if I run now, Mrs. Chambers? Charles' parents are giving a cocktail party this afternoon in my honor. I'm in anything but a party mood, but there was no way I could get out of it. That is, without telling the weather waxers about...
Yes, I understand. You run along. Thank you for coming to see me.
Oh, Mrs. Chambers, if I could only tell you how sorry I am about everything.
I know. Goodbye, my dear.
After Jane Elkins left, I talked with Mrs. Chambers for a few minutes more, then made my excuses and drove to the Cedarville Hotel and registered there. I reported my findings to Captain Lane, who said he'd check on Jane Elkins and her boyfriend. Then I stretched out on the bed and tried to figure my next move. Well, it didn't take long to figure. I decided to crash the Weatherwax's cocktail party. Expense account item 3, $1.50, boat rental and Schoenberg services as pilot. We made it in 15 minutes. Schoenberg pulled into a long dock where a veritable armada of small craft were tied up. The party was well underway. The guests were milling around on a long strip of white beach about 50 yards below a huge Georgian house. No one asked to see my invitation, so I grabbed a drink from a passing tray and looked around for Jane Elkins. I spotted her a few yards away talking to a stout, mustached party with a rich bourbon complexion. I stepped briskly up to her side. Jane Elkins, I presume?
What? Oh.
Jane, I wonder if I could have a word with you. Old man, you won't mind if I steal the guest of honor from you, will you?
Mind? I certainly do mind. I wouldn't think it... Say, don't I know you? Aren't you Robinson Plumbing Supply?
No, I'm Dollar. Insurance.
Oh, insurance? Oh, well, excuse me. I'll see you later, Jane.
That always empties the hall in a hurry.
What are you doing here?
I've got a lot of questions that need answers.
I don't want to make a scene, but if you don't leave this instant, I'll have you thrown out.
You might as well talk to me as to the police. I'm a lot more sympathetic.
The police?
Yeah, the police. Now just give me some answers and I'll be on my way.
What do you want to know?
Well, that's better. What time did your fiancé come back here yesterday?
I'm not sure. I think it was around 6:30.
Mm-hmm. By the way, could you point him out to me?
He's standing over there by the bar, the man in the green jacket.
Well, he's a big one, isn't he? Now, Miss Elkins, what time did you return here yesterday?
About 4 o'clock?
4 o'clock. You stayed here the rest of the afternoon?
Yes.
Where were you?
Where?
Were you in the house?
You surely can't think that
Take it easy. Charles is heading this way.
Please go.
Oh, not yet. Charles is the man I'd like most to meet.
You two seem to be having a fascinating conversation. Mind if I butt in?
Oh, butt away, Mr. Weatherwax. My name is Dollar.
How do you do, Mr. Dollar?
Fine, thank you. If you're through with my hand now, I'd like it back.
How's that, Mr. Dollar?
I might want to use it again sometime.
Oh, sorry. Well, here, you can have it back.
Thanks. Now, let me give you a tip. Next time you try that bone-crushing bit, watch out for a left hook.
Jane, just who is this little friend of yours?
He's not a friend.
Oh, no, not a friend. Something much more than that. Much closer. Much warmer.
Get out of here, Dollar, or so help me, I'll break you in two. I'll scatter you all over the beach.
All right, Mr. Weatherwax. I'll go. You told me what I wanted to know. You're a jealous man and a violent man. The perfect type.
What are you talking about?
Charles, he's a detective. He's investigating Alfred's death.
Oh, why didn't you say so, Dollar?
I'm not answering today, I'm asking. For instance, where were you yesterday afternoon? And do you own a .22 rifle? Chambers was killed with a .22. The slug can be traced to the rifle it was fired from. They call it ballistics. Isn't science wonderful? Goodbye, Charles. Schoenberg and I took off from LaSalle Island, but instead of heading for Cedarville, we turned into an inlet about a half-mile down the lake where we could still see the Weatherwax dock. We waited there for 10 minutes. Then Charles Weatherwax appeared on the landing. He climbed into a small cruiser and headed south. He cruised to a spot about 300 yards off the shore of Baxter's Island, hove to, stripped down to bathing trunks, put on a pair of underwater goggles, and dived in. He came up seconds later and then submerged once more. I told Schoenberg to pull up to him at top speed. When Charles surfaced again, he saw us bearing down on him and climbed hastily back into the boat. But before he could weigh anchor, we were alongside. Don't leave just yet, Charles. This is a gun in my hand.
Yeah, I see it.
Spear fishing without a spear, huh? What kind of fish are you after, Charles? All right. Start it up and head for the landing. And don't get reckless, Charles. I'm a fair shot. All right, Charles. All ashore that's going ashore.
You'll regret this, Dollar.
All right. Let's go up toward the house. We can talk better there. Come on, move, Charles. Move. This is far enough. All right, talk, Charles. What were you looking for out there in the sky blue water?
I don't have to tell you anything.
If you'd rather talk to Captain Lane, it's all right with me. But why not tell me? It'll look a little better on the record.
I didn't kill Chambers, but I was with him when he was killed.
Go on.
I came over to tell him to stay away from Jane.
But Jane said that she'd broken with him that same afternoon.
Yeah, but I didn't know that then. We were standing out on the dock, he and I, talking. There was a shot, and he fell in the water.
And you just left him there?
Well, he was dead.
Oh, I'm afraid not. He made it to the cabin.
Oh, I thought he was dead. I got panicky. I realized how bad it looked. Ran to my boat and took off. Then I remembered I had a .22 rifle in the cabin. I threw it overboard. Then today you made the crack about ballistics. It came to me what I'd done. I'd thrown away the one piece of evidence that would clear me. So I came back to find it.
Well, it's a good story, but I don't buy it. I think you're... For a big man, he was very fast. He dived at me suddenly in a flying tackle, and I went over backward. I managed to kick loose from his grip, but the gun had been jolted out of my hand. He scooped it up and pointed it at my head. I jumped at him. He went over backward. I went over with him, grabbed the gun from his hand, and then stood up. Much the worse for wear.
You're pretty fast, Dollar.
Tell me something. Why didn't you fire? You had plenty of time. Why not? Maybe you're just not the shooting type. Maybe that tall story you told was true.
It is true.
Well, maybe I believe you. The only trouble is, if you didn't kill him, there's a good chance that Jane did.
Are you crazy?
Oh, I don't think so. Besides you, she's the only person I know of who had both motive and opportunity and no alibi.
Oh, you're raving mad. What motive would she have to kill him?
She says she told Chambers Tuesday that it was all over between them.
She did.
She says she did. But suppose it was the other way around. Suppose he jilted her. Ever hear the line about a woman scorned?
All right. All right, I killed him. I didn't know that Jane had broken up with him. He got nasty, and I shot him.
I see. Where were you when you shot him?
I was... What difference does that make? I tell you, I killed him. Take me into the mainland, I'll make a full confession.
Okay. If you say so.
I say...
Hey! That was a rifle shot. Came from over there beyond those trees.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go, halfback. You first. We ran through the grove of fir trees and came to a little cove not more than 200 yards off. A rowboat was pulled up on the beach, and beside it was a small boy with a .22 rifle.
Hi.
Hi. What's your name?
Jimmy Bishop? What's yours?
You live over on Fire Island, don't you?
Yeah?
What were you shooting at just now?
Squirrels? Oh, they're all right to shoot. My father says they're pests.
You come here often to shoot?
Once in a while.
Were you here Tuesday afternoon around 5 o'clock?
Yeah, sure. I got 2 squirrels.
I'm afraid that wasn't all you got, Sonny. Well, that's the way things work out sometimes. You think you've got a cold-blooded murder on your hands, and it turns out to be a young kid who shouldn't have been given a gun on his birthday. The .22 was checked by the ballistics department and proved to be the one that had fired the fatal shot. At the inquest, the jury returned a verdict of accidental manslaughter. However, it's doubtful if young Jimmy Bishop will ever want another gun as long as he lives. Expense account item 4, $22 for hotel bill and transportation back to the Sioux Airport. Expense account item 5, $43.85, plane fare and incidentals back to Hartford. Expense account total, $114.05. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Remember, friends, Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum is a refreshing, delicious treat you can enjoy just about any time. Chew a few sticks of Wrigley's Spearmint during the day and see how the good chewing helps you keep feeling fresh and alert. The lively, full-bodied flavor of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum cools your mouth, freshens your taste, and sweetens your breath. The chewing itself gives you a nice little boost, helps you keep going at your best. Millions of people get real chewing enjoyment out of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum every day. And we know that you'll enjoy it, too. Get a few packages and always keep some handy. That's Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, brought to you by Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, stars John Lund in the title role and was written by Blake Edwards with music by Eddie Dunstetter. Featured in tonight's cast were Hal March, Marvin Miller, Jeanette Nolan, Jane Webb, and Dick Beals. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. The makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum hope you enjoyed tonight's story of Johnny Dollar and that you're enjoying delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Gum every day. This is Charles Lyon, inviting you to join us again next week at this same time when, from Hollywood, John Lund returns as...
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
This is the CBS Radio Network.
From Hollywood, it's time now for John Lund as Johnny Dollar.
Niles Hartley, Johnny, Columbia Life.
Niles, how are you? I thought you were in Chicago these days.
I am. This is long distance. We have one here that's a pip.
Tell me about it.
One of our brokers wrote a $50,000 straight life policy on a man named Lane. Mr. Lane up and dropped dead a couple of days ago.
Uh-huh.
And you'll never guess why.
Why?
He starved to death.
What?
Honest. He died of malnutrition.
A man could afford to buy that much life insurance, but he couldn't buy himself a hamburger?
Interested?
Very.
Get yourself an airplane, boy. I'll be waiting for you.
John Lund in a transcribed adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense
account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Columbia Life and Accident Insurance Company, Meston Building, Chicago, Illinois. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Chicago fraud matter. Expense account item 1, $78.13. Plane fare and incidentals, Hartford to Chicago. I had breakfast at the airport, took the limousine into town, found a hotel room, then checked in with Niles Hartley at the claims division. Chicago's blustery climate seemed to agree with him. He was a little bigger than I remembered, a little ruddier, but efficient as ever.
I wrote a special delivery to the Insurance Commission in Springfield this morning. Explained we were holding up payment pending a routine investigation of the claim.
Uh-huh.
But the faster we move on this, the better off we'll be, Johnny. They're going to ask questions, and we'll have to get ourselves some answers.
They asked any yet?
No, but the beneficiary is Lane's sister. Her name is Lydia Staley. She's called them, and she's called us a couple of times wanting to know what's what.
Tough?
She could be, I guess. She has money of her own, some influence, and so on.
A lot of money?
Trust stuff. Very comfortably fixed. But she's pretty upset by the whole business. You see, I had to stick my horn in right away and request the coroner to hold the body until we got something done.
How so?
Lane died on the street with no identification on him. By the time they did find out who he was, a routine PM had already been performed to determine cause. The county was going to bury him.
With $50,000 worth of insurance?
Yeah. Now, the first thing that occurred to me when I saw this report was that it might not be Lane at all. Besides the malnutrition, here are these findings.
Chronic heart condition. Lung history. Stability.
Certainly doesn't sound like anybody we'd insure.
Well, Lane took a physical before the policy was issued, didn't he?
Yeah, sure.
Uh-huh.
Here's a copy of it. He was 100% okay then.
How could he pass it with all these things wrong with him?
Good question, Johnny. Like to find the answer?
Yeah. What's that doctor's name?
Dr. Walter Unger, Suite 1932, Michigan Building.
Expense account item 2, $3.50. Taxi fare through Chicago's slushy streets to the offices of Dr. Walter Unger, who had been licensed to practice medicine in the state of Illinois in 1946. He was a Northwestern University Medical School graduate.
And I'd give him a third.
Married, had 2 children, and lived in Glencoe, a North Shore suburb.
Day and night.
His income and practice, according to report, were average.
Oh, good. Yes, drop in tomorrow. Goodbye. I'm sorry, Mr. Dollar. You were saying...
I'm from the Columbia Life Insurance people, Doctor. Claims Division. I'd like to get some information about a man you examined on July 14th of last year.
All right. I hope this won't take long. What is it you want to know?
The man's name was Christopher Lane. You happen to remember him?
Christopher Lane. No, I can't say that I do, Mr. Dollar. What about him?
Well, first I'd like to know, is this your signature?
Hmm? Yes. Those are my letterheads. I suppose that's my signature.
Aren't you sure?
How many people are certain of their signatures? It looks like mine, Mr. Dollar. I can't say for sure that it is or isn't.
Well, assuming that it is, what about these notes? Are these in your handwriting?
Yes, I would say that was also my handwriting. Mr. Dollar, I'd appreciate it very much if you'd get on with whatever business you have here.
According to this, you gave Mr. Lane a complete physical and pronounced him sound.
I did. Anything unusual about that?
He died 2 days ago, Doctor.
I wish you insurance people would buy some books on heart diseases and read them and know them and not take up valuable time. Look here. This patient was 41 years old. If he had no heart condition when I examined him, and obviously he didn't, according to my cardiographic findings, it's entirely reasonable to assume that he could have developed one in a very short time. You people gauge that in your premium.
Mr. Lane didn't die of heart trouble, Doctor. He died of malnutrition.
Malnutrition?
That's what the pathologist at the coroner's office says. Here, look for yourself.
Well, he should know.
Was it possible for you to overlook that condition at the time you examined him?
No. No, if he'd been suffering from malnutrition in any degree, I would have discovered it.
According to the coroner's report, he'd been ill for a year or better. Can you explain that, Dr. Unger?
No, I can't explain that. I wish I could. All I can say is that I did my job. I examined the man, reported my findings.
How about this?
Angina. I could have missed that, I suppose. But it's unlikely with the degree of aggravation noted here.
Did you x-ray, Mr. Lane?
Certainly, it's part of the examination.
Have you had much experience reading chest x-rays, Doctor?
Mr. Dollar, I know my business. If there'd been any lesions in that man's chest, I would have reported.
Doctor, just bear with me, please. Again, the coroner's man said they were old lesions.
So I notice. I can't explain that either.
Well, you can understand why we want to be thorough about this.
Yes, I do. And I wish I could help you.
You keep a file copy of all examinations?
Yes, certainly.
I'd like to see your file on this one, if I may.
Of course. Anything else?
Yeah. Another hour of your time.
What for?
I'd like to have you look at Mr. Lane's body, Doctor. I could get an injunction.
All right. I'll be finished here at 7 o'clock.
Expense account item 3, $6.50, more cab fare. To and from City Morgue. Dr. Unger viewed the mortal remains of Christopher Lane and was unable to state definitely whether he'd ever seen the man. The next day, all of the personnel connected with Dr. Unger's office made a trip to the morgue. None of them recognized the body either. However, I had better luck with the elevator operator in Lane's apartment building.
Oh,
You ever seen this man before, Miss Shattuck?
yeah. Yes, sir. That's Mr. Lane, apartment 2338.
You're positive?
Oh, yeah. I've seen him every day for almost 2 years.
Okay. Want to smoke?
I want to get out of here.
Sure.
I don't know why I'm acting this way. I've seen him that way 100 times.
What?
I mean, almost like that, out, stoned. Only I guess it's because I knew he was just drunk then, not dead.
Oh, I see.
Well, he was crazy.
Was he?
He'd carrying on the way he did. Oh, feels good to be out here again, cold enough.
Yeah.
I'll take that smoke now, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, sure.
Thanks. Yeah, he used to get up around 10 every morning. I'd take him downstairs. He'd look awful, but he was always kind of nice, polite, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He'd go out to the store and come back in a little while with a sack of groceries, find a milk for his cat, some donuts for himself, and some booze. Then he'd just lock himself up in his apartment, stay there all day.
Drinking?
Oh, yeah. Fried to the ears by noon. I think it was wine.
The janitor and the maid, as well as the doorman and the desk clerk, further verified the fact that Lane had been drinking heavily for better than 18 months prior to his death. No one seemed to know why, not even his sister. She turned out to be a woman of 30 or more, well-tailored, well-groomed, and bad-mannered.
I wish you'd take your briefcase and get out of here, Mr. Dollar.
I'm sorry you feel that way, Mrs. Staley.
Chris drank himself to death. I don't know why. I just know he did it. He's dead. He named me his beneficiary. Why don't you pay me what you owe me?
We will, Mrs. Staley, if the circumstances are right. So far, we have a reasonable doubt.
Oh.
And this investigation is for your benefit as much as it is ours.
What do you mean by that?
When we've satisfied ourselves one way or the other, your claim can be settled.
Well, what is it you want to know? I haven't seen my brother in over a year. I can't tell you anything about him.
Were you on good terms with him?
Of course I was. Left me his insurance money, didn't he?
Understand you're a widow, Mrs. Staley?
I don't see what bearing
Do you have any dependents?
No children, if that's what you mean.
And the insurance money would have gone to you alone?
Let me correct you. The money will come to me alone. I don't know what you people think you can do trying to weasel out of this, but I've already spoken with my attorneys, and they've advised me to sue for an immediate settlement.
Are they aware of the facts of this matter?
They certainly are.
And they still advise you to bring suit?
They certainly did.
Well, perhaps I can save you some fees and them some time. Who are your lawyers, Mrs. Staley?
Never mind. You'll find out soon enough.
All right. I'll tell you what I'd tell them. You can pass it on. Your brother could have died quietly in his bed one night, and any doctor would have pronounced him a heart failure, and your claim would have been good. But he made the mistake of dropping dead on a public street, and the police took over. And before he was properly identified, an autopsy had been performed.
Yes, and I'm going to sue the city for
And
taking...
from that autopsy, we know your brother couldn't possibly have passed an insurance examination.
But he did pass it, Mr. Dollar. He came to me the day after he'd taken the exam and told me I was his beneficiary.
You said you hadn't seen him for over a year. He took the exam last summer.
All right. I saw him that one time.
He might have come to you, but he didn't come to you about passing that exam.
Now, listen here.
Your brother never took that exam.
What?
Someone went up to the doctor's office and took it for him. Mrs. Staley, we aren't fools. Now, we're going to find out who that someone was and how it was done. We're used to all sorts of tricks in this business, and all sorts of bluffing, too. You can sue us for settlement. You can sue us all over the place. With what we have right now, we just love to meet you in a court. I'm talking facts to you, Mrs. Staley, and I wish you'd talk them to me.
Get out of here. Get out of here, you cheap snooper, before I call a policeman and have you thrown out.
We'll return to yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in just a moment. Out of the jungles and into your homes comes Tarzan every Saturday night on CBS Radio. Yes, in the comfort of your own radio side, you can enjoy the fascinating experiences of the man whose friends are jungle beasts, whose power and cunning have been developed to an astonishing degree by dangerous environment. Tomorrow night, on most of these same stations, don't miss Tarzan on CBS Radio. Now, with our star, John Lund, we bring you the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
I started the case with an autopsy report and a dead man who should never have been insured. The doctor who examined him and passed him couldn't explain why. His sister, the beneficiary, explained even less. I left her under the surveillance of a leg man provided by Niles Hartley and decided to talk with the insurance broker who'd written up the policy. His name was Rutherford, and he looked insurance from the top of his iron gray hair to the tips of his highly polished brown shoes.
I suppose you're Mr. Dollar?
Mr. Rutherford?
Yeah, come in. I was surprised when you called me.
We're trying to wrap this thing up, Mr. Rutherford.
I understand. I'll tell you, I've been writing insurance for 17 years, Mr. Dollar, and this is the first time anything like this has ever occurred to me. Sit down.
I believe you, Mr. Rutherford, and your record.
Oh? You've looked into me?
Well, you know, we have to on a thing like this. Just a matter of routine checking.
Yeah.
I'm here to find out all I can about the circumstances under which you sold the policy to Mr. Lane.
Mm-hmm.
He was a bachelor. He lived in a fairly nice apartment on the Gold Coast. No dependents. I'd like to know what made him a prospect.
Well, actually, it's more of a personal thing, I suppose. Mrs. Rutherford and I were interested in buying a home in Wilmette a couple of years ago. It was one we liked on Sheridan Road. The agent happened to be this man, Lane. That's how we became acquainted.
Oh?
Lane was in the real estate business, on and off. Actually, he didn't really have to work for a living at all. He had a fairly comfortable income from trusts set up by his father.
Did he do very well in real estate?
Well, I don't really think so. I don't think he worked hard at it.
You met him when you were out to buy a house. Did you buy it?
No. My wife died suddenly, and I had no need to buy a house.
But he bought insurance from you.
Yes, eventually.
You say this was a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Did you try to sell him right away?
Oh, I don't recall. I called him now and then, had him over for dinner. I was surprised, frankly, when he decided to buy.
Uh-huh. What kind of a man was he?
What do you mean?
Well, your opinion, Mr. Rutherford.
Well, just a client, Mr. Dollar. I treated him the same as any other client.
How did he look?
Hmm?
Oh, pale, thin, healthy, emaciated. What?
He looked fine to me.
Hmm. I noticed you arranged for the examination.
Yes.
How well do you know Dr. Unger?
Just slightly. You know, the physician is supposed to be an impartial third party, and when a client has to be examined by a physician, I send him to Dr. Unger, that's all. I get a Christmas card from him every year.
Uh-huh. I see. You say you had Lane over for dinner a few times.
Yes, when my wife was alive.
Did he drink much on those occasions?
I don't recall. Why?
His malnutrition resulted from an alcoholic condition. All drinking, no eating.
Lane, an alcoholic?
He sure was. Had been for years. Can I use your phone?
Yeah, help yourself.
Hello?
Johnny Dollar, Niles.
Oh, glad you called, Johnny. I'm trying to reach you.
What's up?
Mrs. Staley's fighting back.
Huh?
Her lawyers served notice on us an hour ago.
Well, nothing to worry about there. Just a bluff.
Oh, but this wasn't. She made the coroner release her brother's body. Took it to a crematorium. Exhibit A is a pile of ashes by now.
Oh. I can try something here.
We'll try it.
Right. Mr. Rutherford.
All finished?
Yeah. Mr. Rutherford, I'm afraid you're in a little trouble.
Well, what are you?
You couldn't have written that policy or known Christopher Lane without being aware of his drinking habits.
Now, see here, Dollar. I've been an insurance broker for a good long time, and no one has ever questioned my integrity.
And I think that's what you were banking on, your reputation. I'm sorry for you, Mr. Rutherford, but there had to be a collusion here, and you're the logical party. You arranged for someone to take Lane's examination. You were going to split with... Oh. In the 3 minutes it took me to get my breath inside of me and my feet under me, he was well away and out of sight. I used his telephone a second time. I told Niles Hartley what had happened and then made a beeline for Lydia Staley's place.
What do you want?
I'm here to tell you about all the trouble you're in, Mrs. Staley. Rutherford's given it away.
Given what? What are you talking about?
About an insurance policy that was written up and issued in your brother's name under fraudulent circumstances. You're the one who stood to gain most, but you had to have help to pull it off. Rutherford helped you.
I don't know anybody named Rutherford. Now, look here,
No, you look here. Rutherford just slugged me and beat it, but he isn't going to run far. Principally because he doesn't know how to run. He'll cool off, and he'll begin thinking about all this business in a new light. A few minutes ago, it dawned on him what he'd done. He'd kicked his whole lifetime right out the window. He's been found out. He's lost all around. And he's going to be mad. And you're the one he's going to be mad at.
I told you I don't know anybody named Rutherford.
Well, then I'll tell you. He'll probably want to kill you.
Oh,
Do we talk now?
I don't see why. I've done nothing wrong.
Who took that physical for your brother?
He took it himself.
You got your brother drunk enough to sign the insurance papers, didn't you?
I had nothing to do with them.
Okay, Mrs. Staley. We'll get it all from Rutherford.
Yes. Why don't you do that?
In the meantime, I hope you sleep well, knowing what you've done.
I've done nothing. And you'll never prove any of these things you've been saying. Never.
And for 2 days, it looked as if she might have been right. There was no way to involve Mrs. Staley without a statement from Rutherford. In the name of the company, Niles Hartley filed charges on attempted collusion against him, and a warrant was issued. The Chicago police were unable to find him anywhere. His apartment was watched 24 hours a day, as well as Mrs. Staley's residence. The case was stalemated. We couldn't locate Rutherford, but he found us. Johnny Dollar.
This is Earl Rutherford.
Where are you?
Never mind. Dollar, they all know about me around Niles' office, huh?
Just Niles and me.
I'd like to explain some things to you so you can pass them on to Niles. I'd like him to know why I did it, and, before I leave town.
You won't get far. There's a warrant out for you.
I can get
Rutherford, Columbia doesn't want to prosecute you on these charges. The notoriety would be bad for them. If you'd make a statement, sign it, I think I could talk them into dropping the whole matter.
Maybe we'd better get together.
Come on over.
No, I'll meet you at the Dearborn entrance to the Drummond.
15 minutes?
I'll be there.
Right. When I pulled up in a cab 12 minutes later, he was waiting for me at the curb in front of the Drummond. He was still wearing the same clothes he'd had on in his apartment. He needed a shave, and judging from the circles under his eyes, he hadn't slept much. He was pale and shaken. Expense account item 4, 51 cents. Coffee and donuts for both of us.
I met Lydia right after Miriam, my wife, died. My children are both grown and married and have lives of their own. I guess I was very lonely.
Sure.
I became interested in Lydia, and we had a great many things in common. Seemed like the thing to do. I asked her to marry me.
Nothing wrong with that.
You don't understand. She laughed at me.
No, I don't understand.
I guess I'm not an exciting man, a witty one, or... She made me feel as though all my life had been hopeless, a waste. That I'd missed a great deal. I asked her, Mr. Dollar, what is it? What do you want out of life?
Is that when she brought up the proposition?
I guess that's what gave her the idea. The trusts pay her $500 a month for life, and my commissions come to that. We could have lived very comfortably on $1,000, but Lydia talked of traveling, of Europe, of clothes. I don't know, things her family had had once.
She wanted $50,000 in cash instead of money just trickling in every month, huh?
I suppose so.
I didn't understand her motive at first, but go on.
Well, she told me about her brother Christopher. He was a drunk. The doctors in New York gave him 2 years. I paid a man $100 to go to Dr. Unger's office and take the physical.
What's the man's name?
I wouldn't tell you that, Mr. Dollar. He's not involved in anything, and I don't want to get him into any trouble.
After Lane was insured, you were going to wait for him to die?
That was the general idea. Once I'd done it, it was too late to turn back. I mean, I wanted to at times, but a cancellation on a policy that size would have been hard to explain.
You're leaving something out. She had you, didn't she?
Hmm?
You were the goat. Legally, she was clear, right?
Yes. She still is, isn't she?
Unless you write all this down and we can hold it over her head to prove collusion.
You speak to Niles?
He'll go along. The charges will be dropped if you'll make a statement.
Okay.
Enclosed, find notarized statement of Earl Rutherford explaining his part in the attempted collusion regarding policy 678JN23L. True to his word, Niles hardly dropped charges against Rutherford upon receipt of the enclosed. Rutherford settled his affairs and left Chicago the following day. When Mrs. Staley was shown a carbon of the enclosed statement, she instructed her attorneys to withdraw suit. The night I was to leave town, I called at her apartment to have her sign a release of all claims.
Help me, Mr. Dollar.
Which way did he go?
Help me. Please help me.
I carried her to the couch, did what I could, while startled tenants phoned for an ambulance and the police. After that, I began looking around. I found a dark stain on the windowsill leading out onto the fire escape, and on the floor, a blood-stained letter opener. There was no gun anywhere in sight. I decided that if I'd been stabbed with a letter opener, it'd be easier to try 3 flights up to the roof than 14 down to the alley. I was right. Earl Rutherford was hanging over the top ledge of the building, firing down at me. I ducked into a window frame, 1 flight away from him.
Get away from me, Dollar!
You know I won't, Rutherford. You missed by a mile. You'll have to come down. It's the end of the line for you.
Don't do anything foolish!
I'm coming up after you.
Come on, then. I'll be waiting for you.
shot, Dollar.
Can you walk?
No.
Why did you do it, Rutherford? You were clear. You were free. You didn't have to.
I didn't tell it all, Dollar. She told me tonight. Laughed at me. Said she was planning to run away with someone else when she got the insurance money.
Oh, I see.
She just used me all.
Earl Rutherford died on the way to the receiving hospital. Mrs. Staley was dead when I got back to the apartment. Expense account item 5, $53. Hotel and food while in Chicago. Item 6, same as item 1. Fare back to Hartford. Expense account total, $219.77. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, stars John Lund in the title role and was written by E. Jack Newman with music by Eddie Dunstetter. John Lund can currently be seen in the Universal International picture Just Across the Street. Featured in tonight's cast were Jack Moyles, Edgar Barrier, Peggy Weber, Mary Lansing, and John McIntyre. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is transcribed in Hollywood by Jaime Del Valle. This is Dan Cubberly, inviting you to join us next week at this time when John Lund returns as...
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
If you like your thrills to be real, your adventures to be true to life, Gangbusters is the show for you. Every Saturday night, most of these same CBS radio stations bring you Gangbusters, full of action, bravery, and realistic excitement. Listen for new thrills on Gangbusters, straight out of life, every Saturday night on CBS Radio.
America now listens to 105 million radio sets and listens most to the CBS Radio Network.
John Lund as Johnny Dollar.
Roger Stern, Dollar.
Oh, hello, Mr. Stern. What can I do for you?
We insured Jonathan Bellows. Somebody tried to kill him.
Is that the Jonathan Bellows?
The industrialist.
Yeah?
His wife went to the police, but Bellows refuses any protection. Doesn't seem worried. Considers the potential assassin just a crank.
Well, what do you want me to do?
Look into it. We insure Bellows for $500,000. I suggest you talk to his wife first. She's staying at the town apartment. Number 1 Park. Mrs. Edith Bellows. She'll expect you.
Right now, I'd like to take a few minutes of your time to pass on a thought which, incidentally, concerns time. According to the Bible, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. We all agree on that, I'm sure. And we'll also agree that the regulation of time also depends on the season. For example, did it ever occur to you who decided where our 4 time zones in America should be exactly? Well, back maybe 75 years ago, there were about 150 different time zones which were set up according to the whim of the local inhabitants. most of the time was called sun time. And there could be 15 minutes difference between the clocks of two towns only 10 miles apart. So, to get rid of the confusion, the Interstate Commerce Commission was established. It divided the United States into 4 standard time zones so that railroads, planes, buses, and the mail could run on schedule. Of course, if a city wants to go on daylight saving time during the summer, that's a decision which is made locally. The standard time remains the same everywhere else. But setting the nation's clocks isn't the only job of the Interstate Commerce Commission, however. It also makes rules and regulations for the various means of transportation which go from one state to another. It sees that railroads, truck lines, barges, and boats operate safely, charge reasonable rates, and give good, dependable service. It also protects trucks and bus drivers from working such long hours that they might fall asleep while they're driving. The Commission also demands that trains, engines, and machines have safety and stop devices. It is, in itself, a safety device to assure every one of us freedom from danger as we travel about our country. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office, Intercontinental Indemnity and Bonding Corporation, New York City. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Jonathan Bellows matter. Expense account item 1, $29.65. Mileage and incidentals between Hartford and New York City. I arrived at number 1 Park Avenue close to 2 o'clock. Mrs. Edith Bellows, a very attractive redhead somewhere in the early 30s, met me at the door and showed me into her luxurious apartment.
Sit down, Mr. Dollar.
Thank you.
Mr. Stern explained the situation to you?
Only that someone tried to kill your husband.
Yes, day before yesterday. Jonathan was walking in the garden and someone shot at him. Fortunately, they missed.
Mr. Stern said your husband refused police protection.
He's a very unusual man, Mr. Dollar.
I would say so.
He's not a young man, 63. He's retiring and doesn't particularly care for people, especially people who meddle. Unfortunately, he considers the police meddlers.
Has he hired any kind of protection?
No.
Isn't he worried?
Well, he doesn't show it. But knowing him as I do, I'd say he's mildly concerned.
Someone takes a shot at him and he's only mildly concerned?
It's the nature of the beast, Mr. Dollar.
Well, I'm sure you're aware that Intercontinental Indemnity is more than mildly concerned.
Yes, and so am I. For the whole family, for that matter. I'll certainly give you all the cooperation that I can. I think everyone else in the family will be greatly relieved.
Except your husband.
I'm afraid he won't like it much.
It'll be pretty hard investigating if he has me thrown out of my ear.
Well, you've one thing in your favor. You're not a policeman.
Yeah. But when I'm on a job, Mrs. Bellows, I've been known to meddle and meddle and meddle. We talked some more about Jonathan Bellows. Mrs. Bellows had married him 8 years before, taking her place as number 3 in his collection of wives. Her predecessors had retired to lives of leisure on their alimony. Bellows had one son, Ralph, by his first marriage, now 23 years old. Around 3 o'clock, we went downstairs and climbed into a bright new station wagon. An hour later, we were driving up a long circular driveway that led to the Bellows mansion. We parked and went in.
Jonathan's probably in the library.
Hi.
Oh, hello. Mr. Dollar, this is Ralph Bellows.
Oh, how do you do? How do you do? The insurance?
Yes.
Everyone know about this?
Well, everyone except...
Your husband.
Yes.
He's in the library with Professor Wilt. Going to blow a fuse. Going to be funny, huh?
Well, in a way, yes. You might not get much of a laugh out of it.
Uh-huh.
Ralph, that's not very considerate.
Well, that's the truth, and you know it. The old man's going to take off like a skyrocket, and I personally think it's very funny. I'm not being vindictive. I'm just being honest. Look, Mr. Dollar, I haven't anything against you. I don't even know you, but My father's a tough, bigoted, unreasonable old man, and I've had to put up with it all my life.
Ralph.
Well, it's the truth. 99% of the time, he gets his own way, but when he doesn't, he creates the most magnificent explosion you've ever seen. Gloatingly, I am proud to say that I have been responsible on several occasions for lighting the fuse.
Do you own a gun?
Oh, don't be ridiculous. I didn't take that shot at him.
Oh, no, of course not. Ralph's just as concerned as the rest of us. Ralph, I think we'd better...
Yes, certainly. Can you take it, Mr. Dollar?
That's why I'm here.
Then allow me to escort you to the library. Huh?
You're spoiled, Ralph.
Rotten.
Who is it?
The Atomic Energy Commission.
What?
You have visitors.
What did you say about the atomic...
Oh, he's just being silly. Hello, Professor.
Hello, how are you, Edith? Beaten him 3 straight games. Who's that with you?
Oh, this is Mr. Dollar, dear.
He's going to find out who took that shot at you.
What?
Now, John, he's an insurance man.
Insurance man?
I'll just sit over here.
I'm with Intercontinental Indemnity.
What are you doing here? Who sent for you?
Now, John, be reasonable.
I want to know who engages
John, I don't get it.
You stay out of this. Young man, who told you?
I was retained by Mr. Stern.
I didn't tell Stern to send anyone over here to meddle in my affairs.
I brought him here.
You did? Why?
Because we're all worried.
Edith, we've discussed this whole thing.
Jonathan, if you don't take it easy...
Shut up. Get out of here, Mr.
Dollar.
Get out.
Jonathan, please.
Are you going to get out of here?
Possibly. But stop looking like you're going to throw me out.
Young man, just let me tell you.
No, I've got a better idea. Sit down.
What?
Sit down.
Why, you young...
Now, sit down.
Ralph, be still.
I've got something to say, and you're going to hear me out.
Now, look here, Mr. Dollar. You've got no right.
Who are you?
Professor Wilt, Johnny Dollar.
Okay, Professor. I'm going to say what I've got to say, whether you think I've got any right to or not. If you want to listen, you're welcome.
Well, thank you. Young man, if you have something to say, say it and get out. Then I'll place a call to your company and see that you're immediately discharged.
You're due for a big shock. I don't know how interested you are in maintaining your insurance policy, but if this attempt on your life isn't investigated, you're not going to have a policy.
Are you finished?
No, that's not what I wanted to say. It's this. I've never met you before. I don't know you, and I don't want to. You're a big man in your field, but that doesn't entitle you to be rude to me. Now I'll go. But if you ever try throwing your weight around again, I'll turn over my knee and make up for the spankings you must have missed a long time ago. I'm sorry, Mrs. Bellows. It's pretty obvious your husband doesn't care how much his family worries about him. Now, if you'll let me call a cab, I'll get out of here.
Mr. Dollar.
Yeah?
Would you stay a moment?
No.
Confounded young man, now who's being rude?
Compared to you, I'm still in the bush leagues.
Would you please stay for a moment? I'd like very much to talk to you. Please.
Mr. Dollar.
You'll be Miss Bar.
And you keep your mouth shut, Ralph.
Yes, Father.
Well, Mr. Dollar.
Okay.
If you excuse us, I'd like to be alone with Mr. Dollar.
Certainly, dear.
We'll finish the game later, Professor.
Of course.
And I want to see you later, Ralph.
Of course.
Sit down, Mr. Dollar.
Let's keep it this way. I'm still a little nervous.
How much do you know about this shooting?
Only that someone tried it on you.
Mr. Dollar, I know who took that shot at me.
You do?
Here. Read this letter.
I missed you in the garden. I won't miss you again. You'll pay for Ashanti?
Ashanti. It's in Africa. 30 years ago, I was in the mining business. I had a partner, Frank Victor. We didn't get along, and there was an argument one day in the mine. It was quite a scrap, and there was a cave-in. I got out. Frank didn't. There was an investigation, and I was cleared.
Why are you telling me this?
Because I've decided to trust you. I'm not particularly fond of you, but I believe that you can get things done.
I'm working for the insurance company, Mr. Bellows.
Certainly, but as I'm sure you must have gathered, this sort of thing can create some very unfavorable publicity.
Do you think this Frank Victor is alive?
He must be. I've never told anyone of this incident.
Well, there were certainly other people involved when it happened.
Yes, but no one who was out to get me. Why would anyone else but Frank Victor want to kill me?
But he didn't kill you. Maybe it was someone who knew of the accident.
But what would he have to gain?
Blackmail, maybe?
I told you it was an accident.
Sure.
But maybe someone figured they could scare you into believing Frank Victor was still alive. Out to kill you. You pay over enough money and...
Not on your life.
Not my life, Mr. Bellows. Yours.
But why wait this long? 30 years.
I have to admit that kind of stops me. You've been a big man in the business world for a long time. Nobody'd ever have any trouble locating you.
What do you intend doing first?
Going back to New York?
Why?
Oh, lots of little things.
Mr. Dollar, as long as I have taken you into my confidence...
Mr. Bellows, someone took a shot at you. It might happen again and you might be dead. Now, if you want me to prevent something like that, you'll just have to trust me.
My wife drove you here?
Yes.
Then you need a car. Take the station wagon.
Well, now,
When do you think you'll be returning?
Probably tomorrow.
Well, you can stay at the town apartment. I want to be in touch with you. You might just as well take advantage of the empty apartment at number 1, Park Avenue.
Yes, I know.
I'll see you tomorrow.
I left without saying goodbye to the rest of the family and drove the bright new station wagon back to town. I stopped off at the Times, where I wallowed through the morgue file for 3 or 4 hours. I went back 30 years to find what I was looking for. A small article dated Ashanti, Africa, 1923. It didn't say much more than what Jonathan Bellows had already told me. It mentioned the mine cave-in and a pending investigation into the death of Frank Victor, Jonathan Bellows' partner. In an edition dated 3 weeks later, I found the account of the investigation and a verified Bellows story about the verdict. Satisfied, I left the newspaper and drove to number 1 Park Avenue, where I received a royal greeting from the doorman, who informed me that Mr. Bellows had phoned to make sure I had everything I needed. In the apartment, I poured myself a drink, took off my shoes, stretched out on the sofa, and put in a call to Roger Stern.
Yes, Dollar?
I want some information on the Bellows family, past and present.
Sure.
Find out where his other 2 wives are and how long they've been there.
Put a man on it right away.
And find out about a Professor Wilt.
Wilt?
Yeah, W-I-L-T, I think. Friend of Bellows. Plays chess with him. Also, I'll need a background on all the servants.
When do you want it?
Pick it up tomorrow morning. If you want to reach me, I meant, wait a minute. Plaza 52099. Number 1, Park Avenue.
Do I know her?
Oh, I wish you were right. Apartment belongs to Bellows. He let me use his station wagon, too.
I don't believe it.
It's my big blue eyes. I just batted him a couple of times and pressed him.
Resto?
Sure. Station wagon, Park Avenue apartment, and he better be nice to me. A couple of more bats, and he might buy me my own insurance company. Expense account item 2, $7.50, dinner. After which I returned to the apartment and considered making a few calls that might relieve a lonely evening. I referred to my meager list of availables and was just about to try my luck when the phone rang. Johnny Dollar.
Mr. Dollar?
Yeah?
This is Mr. Bellows. I'd like you to fix something up for me.
I was just trying to do the same for myself.
I'd like you to go to 955 East 108th Street and pick up
Yes, Mr. Dollar?
pick up a package for me. Bring it right out.
Sure. Is anything wrong? Mr. Bellows.
Nothing's wrong, Mr. Dollar. Just pick up the package and bring it right out to me.
Well, sure. 955 East 108th Street?
Yes, it's a bar. Ask the bartender for the package. Bring it right out.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Mr. Bellows, are you sure there isn't something... Mr. Bellows. Mr. Bellows. Huh.
And now, with our star, John Lund, we bring you the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
I went downstairs, climbed into the station wagon and wheeled it east to 108th Street, where I located number 955. It was a bar, the Blue Pheasant. I parked and went in. I introduced myself to the bartender, and he gave me the package Bellows wanted. Then I left and drove upstate to the Bellows mansion.
Hello.
Good evening. Where's your husband?
Well, I think he's still in his study. He was a little while ago.
You going out?
Yes, to see some friends.
Where's Ralph?
Well, he went out just after you left this afternoon. Jonathan gave him a pretty harsh scolding.
Uh-huh.
Been shopping?
Package for your husband. Called me about an hour and a half ago. Wanted me to pick it up.
What is it?
I don't know, but it's heavy.
Well, I'll see you later, Mr. Dollar.
Mrs. Bellows,
Yes?
your husband's a healthy man, isn't he?
Well, yes, of course. Why?
Well, when I talked to him on the phone, he sounded, well...
What?
Well, I don't know. It was strange.
I just said goodbye to him. He seemed fine. He played chess with the professor until about 7. I saw him right after that. He seemed fine then. There's nothing the matter with my husband, Mr. Dollar.
He's in the library, huh?
Yes.
Have a good time.
Oh, thank you. Goodbye.
Yes?
Good evening.
Well, I thought you weren't coming back till tomorrow, Dollar.
What?
You said when you left you weren't coming back till tomorrow.
But when I talked to you on the phone...
Talked to me on the phone?
Yeah, when you asked me to pick up this package.
Package?
Yeah, here. From that bar.
Oh, yes, the package.
Mr. Bellows.
Give me the package.
What's wrong with you?
Nothing's wrong. Just give me the package. It's very important. I've got to open it.
Okay. You're sure you're all right? Mr. Bellows.
Well, hello, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, Ralph. Thought you'd gone out.
Ah, just got in.
I was just calling a company doctor.
Doctor?
I think there's something wrong with your father.
What do you mean?
He called me about an hour and a half ago. Told me to pick up a package. I just brought it in to him, and he acted like he never even phoned me.
Well, maybe he didn't. Maybe someone else.
But when he saw the package, he seemed to know all about it. It was odd. It was as though I suddenly wasn't even in the room. He took the package. Felt like the whole building was coming down around my ears. Ralph and I were thrown back against the wall. By the time we got up, the library was a smoking black hole.
Dad!
Jonathan Bellows had been blown to kingdom come. It was a bomb, all right. A big one. Planted in the package I'd given him. I called the police, and Ralph located Mrs. Bellows. Then I jumped back into the station wagon and doubled the speed limit getting back to town. The police would be busy enough until I got back. I wanted to get hold of that bartender who had given me the package. By the time I got to the Blue Pheasant, it was pretty well filled with customers. But the bartender I was looking for wasn't in sight.
Yeah, what'll it be?
Where's the bartender who was working here earlier?
He gets off at 8.
Where does he live?
Why?
I'm collecting addresses. Now, where does he live?
You collect addresses. I collect wise guys. Beat it.
Look, friend, that bartender is mixed up in a killing.
What?
Murder. He's a bad boy. Now, you want to give me his address, or do I make a call and flood this place with cops?
Murder?
You know, when someone dies the hard way and society frowns. Now, come on. What's his name? Where does he live?
Earl Phillips. 588 East 157th Street.
Thanks. You've been just wonderful.
Well, look, I didn't know it was anything like murder. Honest, if I'd have known, I wouldn't have given you any...
Please. I'm getting all choked up. I drove across town to 157th Street and found 588 East, a big apartment house. Earl Phillips was registered in 405. I gave him a few minutes while I knocked my knuckles loose Then went and dug up the landlady to have her open the door. Oh, she was a dream. About 4 years older than Grant's tomb. With a gin disposition that would make a lost weekend seem like a Miami vacation. The type that should never have been dug up.
Now, look, honey, I got cleaning to do.
Look, sweetheart.
Sweetheart.
An expression of fondness.
Look, Buster, don't give me no words longer than one syllable.
Cop.
You cops got badges.
Here.
Don't look like a badge to me.
These are my credentials.
John.
Johnny.
I should have brought my glasses.
Johnny Dollar, insurance investigator.
Insurance.
Now, let me explain, madam. I work with the police. I don't sell policies. I'm an investigator. I investigate things.
Yeah. Well, suppose you tell me what you're investigating.
Murder.
Murder? Mr. Phillips?
With the door open, we'll both know so much.
Oh, okay.
Turn on the lights.
Oh, my lampstand.
Yeah, mine too.
Is he?
He sure is. Still warm.
I'm not interested. I need a drink.
Did you see him come in?
No.
You see anybody else come in?
I've been in my apartment all afternoon. I'm going right back there.
Come here.
Do I have to?
What's in there?
Where?
Another room.
The bedroom. What are we whispering for?
And the other rooms.
Why?
Answer me.
Bathroom.
Fire escape.
Huh?
Where is it?
Oh, end of the hall. Please, Matt, what are we whispering for?
There's some blood leading to that bedroom. Take it easy.
Yeah.
Go downstairs and call the police.
Go down to the police and call stairs.
No. Call the 15th precinct. It's closer.
I got it. Goodbye.
15th precinct.
15th precinct. Yes.
Ernie Phillips, the bartender who'd given me the package with the bomb in it, had been stabbed to death. There were several drops of blood leading to the bedroom door. There was a good chance the killer had been surprised and couldn't get out. I went to the door and tried it as quietly as I could. It gave, and I kicked it open. He was standing right by the door, and he had a knife. Drop it.
No.
You should have listened to me, Professor. Bad? Yes. Landlady's after the police. You want to tell me about it?
Sure. Help me. Sit up.
All right.
Thank you. I suppose you wonder how Bellows called for that package with the bomb.
It was his voice.
It was Bellows. I've known him for a number of years. I was treating him for his nerves.
You an MD?
No. Years ago, I worked in a carny at the carnival. Card tricks, magic, hypnosis. I finally managed to save enough and set myself up as a psychotherapist. It was arranged I meet Bellows at a party. Told him I could help him. Actually, I did help him. Simple hypnosis. Turned out to be a good setup. Paid me well while I had him on. I learned a lot about his business and his personal life, too.
He told you about the Ashanti affair?
Yes. We decided to make it look like blackmail.
We?
That's Edith. Mrs. Bellows. She would have gotten half of the estate and the other half to Ralph. And Mr. Dollar, I think I'm dying.
The police should be here any minute.
Well, it was Edith's idea. I met her some time ago. She arranged the meeting with Jonathan.
He was hypnotized when he called me?
Yes. I left the bomb with Ernie. was a bartender I'd known for a long time. He didn't know anything about it, but he would have identified me as the one who gave him the package.
And Bellows was hypnotized when I walked into the library with the package?
No, it's post-hypnotic suggestion. Told him when he was given the package, he was to take it immediately and open it.
You can hypnotize a man, tell him to do something hours later when he's awake, and he'll do it?
Well, he did it, didn't he?
Yeah, he certainly did. Well, here they come.
Oh, are they? How do you know?
Sirens. Can't you hear them?
What's that?
I said sirens. That's how I knew the police were... Professor. Professor. Well, you wouldn't have liked the sound anyway. Mrs. Bellows was arrested for her share of the crime, and as you know, the case comes up next week. And that's the way it shapes up. They needed someone to be a witness to the letter and hear the old man's story firsthand, and I wound up the Patsy. Expense account item 3, $141.80. Hotel and incidentals while I stayed in town tying up the ends for the law. Item 4, $29.65. Mileage and incidentals between New York and Hartford. Expense account total, $208.60. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
You know, many great men have attained the highest office in our land, the presidency of the United States. Can you guess the name of this man? The son of a Baptist minister, he entered Union College at Schenectady, New York, at the age of 15. He was the fourth vice president to become president through the death of the chief executive. One of his first acts as president was the signing of the Civil Service Act. The territory of Alaska was organized during his administration, and standard time was adopted throughout the country. If you don't know his name by now, here are two more clues. While he was president, the American Federal Labor was organized, and the Brooklyn Bridge was completed. Who was he? Chester Allen Arthur.
WBBM FM, Chicago.
Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, the refreshing, delicious treat that gives you chewing enjoyment, presents for your listening enjoyment John Lund as
Johnny Dollar.
Philip Martin, Johnny.
Hold on, Mr. Martin.
Got a job for you.
Fine.
Man named Carl Nelson is insured with our company. He was killed.
How?
Shot to death. Got a police record. Small-time hoodlum. Beneficiary is a woman named Gilkison. Maud Gilkison.
Uh-huh.
She disappeared. Police think it probably has something to do with Nelson's death. Want to see what you can find out?
Sure.
All right. Get down to New York as soon as you can. Contact Lieutenant Korchak at 11th Precinct Homicide. He'll give you all the help he can.
I'll get right on it.
The makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum bring you John Lund in another adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
For refreshing taste, plus chewing enjoyment, treat yourself to delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. When your mouth and throat feel hot and dry, a stick of Wrigley's Spearmint gives you quick, long-lasting refreshment. The lively, full-bodied spearmint flavor cools your mouth and freshens your taste. The chewing itself helps keep your throat pleasantly moist. Best of all, you can chew and enjoy refreshing Wrigley's Spearmint Gum almost any time and any place. Keep a package handy right in your purse or pocket so you can chew a stick whenever you want it. For refreshing taste plus chewing enjoyment, treat yourself to delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. Millions enjoy it, and you will too.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office, Columbia All Risk Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Nelson matter. Expense account item 1, $15.36, train fare and incidentals between Hartford and New York City. I arrived at 2:30 in the afternoon, and after registering at the hotel, went directly to the 11th Precinct Police Station, where I introduced myself to Lieutenant Korchak of Homicide.
How much does your company insure the Frog for?
The Frog?
Nelson. He was called the Frog. He looked like one.
Oh? He was insured for $10,000.
And Maud Gilkerson gets the money.
You think she had something to do with the killing?
Well, I think she knows something about it.
Any theories about why he was killed?
Nothing definite. Frog was a hood, long record, did time twice, been in every racket from the numbers to stick-ups. Now, you don't generally get anything definite on a killing like this. Some of the boys wanted him dead. Who or why is hard to tell. He's been associated with Ellis Hartje for the past year or so.
That's pretty big company.
Yeah, Hartje's about as big as they come. He probably got unhappy with the Frog and had him eliminated.
Have you questioned Hartje?
Sure, but just a matter of routine. If Hartje had something to do with it, it's going to be tough to prove.
Well, I guess the first thing to do is find the beneficiary, Maud Gilkerson.
Well, that's not going to be easy. We've done a lot of looking.
Well, I got a friend in town that just might be of some help.
Do I know him?
Probably, but I'd rather not mention who it is. He doesn't get along very well with cops.
Not many people do.
My friend's got a king-size allergy. But for the right people and the right price, he can be very informative.
Well, good luck, Dollar.
Thanks. I'll let you know if I come up with anything. Expense account item 2, $2.35, cab fare from the precinct to Skid Row and Het's Hilarity, a saloon that always looked as though it wanted to collapse when the sun hit it too hard. Inside, I found Wilbur Truitt sitting at the almost deserted bar, sipping muscatel through a glass straw. Hello, Wilbur.
Bucko! You are indeed a sight for sore eyes. And, Bucko, my eyes are sore. Pull up a Hepplewhite and rest yourself.
Can I buy you a drink?
Oh, noble prince, a king among kings. You've come in the nick. Can you buy me a drink? If it were not so early in the day and my spine not yet limber, I would bend and kiss your feet.
I'll just take a rain check.
Innkeeper, a flagon of your best amber tonic. Bucko, I've missed you. Do you realize what with economic conditions such as they are, that your absence has been the bane of my existence? Goodwill is a thing of the past.
Wilbur.
I once looked upon mankind with a warm smile and a kind heart. But I find it difficult to keep from becoming a complete cynic. People are pinching pennies completely out of shape. Soon the exchequer will be filled with a gigantic mass of unrecognizable copper. Why, a year ago I was averaging as much as 50 cents a day. A whole bottle.
Maybe it's your pitch.
My pitch? Sir, my pitch is a thing of beauty. An excursus of cogent puissance. A compassionate discourse on human suffering.
Okay,
My
okay.
pitch would tear the heart out of Mephistopheles himself.
Wilbur.
Yes, Bucko.
Where can I find Maud Gilkerson?
You know why my eyes are sore, Bucko?
No. Why are your eyes sore, Wilbur?
I had to brave the morning sun. Things had become so desperate, I pawned my dark glasses.
Oh, I'm sorry.
If things don't improve, I may have to part with my glass straw. The only sure method of deriving substance when in the throes of the shakes.
Maud Gilkerson is worth a bottle.
Granted. In fact, I'd venture a guess that the lady is worth 2 bottles?
You're probably right.
I'll have to call her.
I'm staying at the Yorkshire.
She may not want to see you.
Tell her I've got $10,000 for her.
I beg your pardon.
Tell her the Frog left a $10,000 insurance policy and she's the beneficiary.
Good Lord, perhaps I was wrong. There are still a few good deeds left in the world.
Sure. I just gave you 2 quarts worth. Expense account item 3, $2.60 for a cab back to the hotel, where I went up to my room and smoked a half a dozen cigarettes while I waited for Wilbur Truitt to call. Around 4:30 in the afternoon, the phone finally rang. Johnny Dollar.
Bucko,
Yeah, Wilbur?
I finally contacted the party. She's not happy.
Did you tell her about the insurance?
The first words out of my mouth. But it seems Mr. Nelson's insurance is not enough to bring color to her cheeks and a smile to her ashen lips.
What does she want?
Some insurance of her own.
What do you mean?
She's hiding because her life's in danger. She has no money to leave town. She'll make a deal with you.
Go on.
Enough money to leave the country.
You said town.
A logical progression. The town first, then the country. Believe me, Bucko, her plight is worth considering.
What'll she give me in exchange for the money?
That is her own personal secret, but she told me to tell you it's worth every cent.
All right.
Go to 107 River Street, the last room at the back of the hall. Tell her Wilbur sent you.
Right. Thanks, Wilbur. I put on my hat and coat, crossed the room, and opened the door to go out into the hall. But I didn't make it. There, standing on the other side of the door, about to knock, were 2 ugly-looking men dressed in loud jackets.
Your name Dollar?
Yeah? Mind if we come in? What'd happen if I did?
We'd come in.
That's what I thought.
Then why'd you ask?
I make little bets with myself.
I want to talk with you for a few minutes, Dollar.
Okay.
What are you doing in New York?
It's a nice town.
Want some advice?
Not especially.
Make a little bet with yourself. You're going to get it anyway.
I'm a lap in front of you.
Then here it is. When Bert asks you a civil question, give him a civil answer.
Okay. Ask me a civil question, Bert.
What are you doing in New York?
It's a nice town.
Oh! Why, you... Hold it. He'll just belt you again.
With a broken arm?
You're pretty tough, huh?
All in how you look at it. If breaking his arm is being tough, then that's the best name for it.
Okay. We don't want any trouble.
That's a funny line.
I won't ask you no more questions.
That'll save some time.
I'm just going to tell you. Lay off the Nelson killing. You understand?
Yeah. You said lay off the Nelson killing.
Good boy. Because if you keep nosing around, somebody will just have to come down and investigate the Dollar killing. Understand?
Yeah. You said somebody will just have to come down and investigate the Dollar killing.
Fine, fine. Now that you understand, we'll be going.
Nice meeting you both, informally, like this. Expense account item 4, $3.25 for another cab that took me down to 107 River Street. The address was an old 2-story frame house that faced the water. I went in and walked down the dark hall to the back room.
Who is it?
Wilbur sent me.
What's your name?
Dollar.
Come in.
Are you Maud Gilkerson?
Yeah. Wilbur said you'd make a deal.
That's right, but I want to know what I'm getting in return.
Look, Sonny, take my word for it. You're getting more than you're paying for. Now, how much did you bring?
I got a couple of hundred.
Couple of hundred?
That's all I had on me. If you want more, I'll have to get it.
Sonny, I gotta get out of the country.
This is enough to get you out of town. If what you've got is worth it, I'll send you the rest.
Not on your life. When I leave this room, nobody's ever going to hear from old Mort again.
You've got $10,000 coming from Nelson's insurance policy.
How long will it take to get it?
Well, that depends. First, I've got to report on Nelson's death.
I gotta get out of here as soon as I can. Another day or so, they'll find me.
Well, it'll take at least 3 weeks before...
3 weeks? Sonny, if I stay here, I'll be buried in 3 weeks.
What are you scared of?
Dying. I don't like the idea.
I don't blame you.
How soon can you get me some more money?
How much more?
500.
What am I buying?
I'm not telling you anything until I get the money.
Okay, then we'll just forget it.
Wait a minute. I'm not trying to be tough, but what I got is too hot to go around shooting my face off about. How do I know if I tell you that you won't take it to the cops?
You don't?
Well, Wilbur said I could trust you.
That's right.
Okay. I'll tell you. But give me the 200 on account.
There you are.
Okay, thanks. You want a drink?
No, thanks.
Mind if I have one?
Go ahead.
I don't usually take this stuff, but I need it. Frog left me 10,000, huh?
That's right.
Nice guy. Nasty disposition, but he was okay. You didn't know him, huh?
No.
Well, he's been with the outfit about a year now.
The outfit?
Boss Harchie.
Ellis Harchie.
Yeah. The frog done pretty well for himself.
Until lately.
Yeah, he always worried they'd hit him in the head. He was always planning they shouldn't. You know how it is with small guys like the frog. You never know when something goes wrong and the outfit sends word to hit you in the head. Frog always worried about getting hit in the head. But he was smart.
While he was alive.
Yeah. He figured as long as he was smart like he was, he'd fix it so Harchie would never be able to hit him. Frog was in on most of the stuff Harchie's been setting up in this town. Not big in it, you know, but in it. And he kept his eyes open.
Found out too much and they killed him for it?
Yeah, but it wasn't only what he found out. It was what he collected.
Collected?
Enough evidence to send Harchie and his boys away for 100 years. Maybe the chair even.
Did Harchie know it?
Sure. Frog told him when he found out he was hot. He told Harchie if he got killed, the stuff would go to the DA.
And you've got it?
I got it.
Why didn't you give it to the DA?
Well, even if they send Harchie up, he's got friends. I'd be dead before he went to trial.
You want another 500 for it.
And that's dirt cheap, especially when the dirt's liable to be in my face.
How long do I have to get it?
Oh, just as soon as you can. Like I said, I ain't got much longer. You found me, and you ain't got connections like Harchie. Oh, they'll find me.
I'll have the 500 in an hour.
Okay. I'll make arrangements. Wait a second. Here.
What is it?
Well, what does it look like? It's a key. You've been okay with me, so I'll trust you. It's a key to a locker in Grand Central, number 415. That's where the package is.
Friends, no matter what kind of work you do, it's a real help to chew delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Gum right while you're working. When you're warm or tired, for instance, the lively, full-bodied spearmint flavor is really refreshing. It helps keep your mouth and throat feeling cool and moist. Chewing on that smooth, good-tasting piece of Wrigley's Spearmint makes the time pass more pleasantly, too. It seems to make your work go smoother and easier. Keep a package or two of Wrigley's Spearmint chewing gum handy all the time. Enjoy chewing Wrigley's Spearmint while you're working and at other times. That's Wrigley's Spearmint chewing gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious. And now, with our star, John Lund, we bring you the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
After Maud Gilkerson gave me the key to the locker in Grand Central, I left the old house on River Street and started back for town. It was getting dark and there were no cabs in that section, so I headed west for the busy traffic. I'd only gone about 100 yards when a car pulled away from the curb about a half block behind me. A big black car with the lights off. I thought about the key in my pocket and the evidence in the locker that would send the biggest hoodlum in the country away for life. I had to get rid of the key before they caught up with me. I turned a corner, and there, a few feet in front of me, was a blind man. A beggar sitting with his legs folded and on his lap a tin cup with a stack of pencils.
Bless you.
Thanks. I'm going to need it.
Hold it, Dollar.
Well, good evening.
Get in the car. Get in. In the back seat.
You just don't take advice, do you, Dollar?
You didn't say anything about taking a walk.
I told you to lay off the Nelson killing.
Who says I didn't?
You dug up Maud Gilkerson.
Who?
I told you. When Bert asks you a civil question,
Give him a civil answer. Okay. So I dug up Maud Gilkerson. So what?
What'd she give you?
A lot of double talk. She gave me nothing.
I think you're lying. But we let a couple of the boys off to talk to her. They'll find out.
What happens in the meantime?
We drive around while the goon searches you. Then we go see someone who wants to have a little talk with you. Okay, goon. Search him.
Get down on the floor.
Is that your name? Goon?
Get down there.
I should have guessed.
What?
Oh, nothing. Nothing. While Bert drove us around, the goon made me strip down to my socks while he searched my clothes. When he didn't find what he was looking for, he swatted me across the back of the neck, told me to get dressed. Then Bert drove us across town to a big apartment house that overlooked the river. Bert parked in the basement garage, and I was led into an elevator that took us to the penthouse. Ellis Hargy, the czar of the underworld, looked up from his evening paper.
This is Dollar, boss.
Did he find Maud?
Yeah. Ernie and Frank are with her.
Uh-huh. Well, sit down, Mr. Dollar.
All right.
Bert told me he and the gun paid you a little visit this afternoon, huh?
If you can call that a little visit.
The gun get rough?
Don't tell me he can do something else.
You're kind of fresh, huh?
I'm ripe enough to know I don't like getting pushed around.
Sometimes you gotta take a pushing around to understand things.
I don't take a pushing around from you or anyone else, Hargy.
You think you got a choice?
Not at the moment, no.
If I want you to take a beating, you take one.
I'll make up for it.
You ain't making up for anything. Now, you gotta understand, I'm running things, see? You ain't gonna say nothing about what happens or what don't happen. So you just try and relax and take what comes, huh? You cooperate. It's gonna be nice.
He didn't have anything on him.
Nothing, huh?
I went over him good. He didn't have nothing.
She tell you where it is, Dollar?
What?
You know what I'm talking about. Whatever it is the frog left for Maud Gilkerson.
I found Maud Gilkerson to tell her Nelson left her $10,000.
She didn't say nothing about me.
Not a thing. She didn't say anything but thanks and get out.
He was in with her for about 10 minutes.
So it took her 10 minutes to say thanks and get out, huh?
Look, what do you think she said to me?
That's what I want you to tell me, Dollar.
How can I tell you something when there's nothing to tell? I located Maud Gilkerson to tell her that
Okay, you said that.
I don't know what you're so worried about me for. Or an old dame like Maud. What can we do to a big man like you?
Make me mad. Now, hello. Yeah. Uh-huh. All right, take care of it. Yeah. Now, that was Ernie.
Maud, tell him anything?
Yeah. She told him that she gave Dollar a key. Is that right, Dollar? She gave you a key? She told him she gave him a key to a locker in Grand Central Station. Is that right, Dollar? She told him the locker number was 415. The stuff was in a locker. Is that right, Dollar?
Do me any good to say no?
No.
The goons searched me.
He didn't have no key on him, boss.
All right. All right, where is it, Dollar?
I haven't got it.
Take him somewhere and find out what he done with it.
Let's go, Dollar.
You're making a mistake, Hargy.
Nice meeting you, Mr. Dollar.
The goon and Bert took me back down in the elevator, hustled me into the car, and drove me back across town to a warehouse in the Bowery. In a small room on the second floor of the warehouse, the goon went to work while Bert stood by with a gun.
Where's the key, Dollar?
I don't know.
And you're the guy that was gonna bust my arm.
It'd be a whole lot easier if you'd just tell us.
I can't tell you about something I haven't got. The goon worked on me until I passed out. Then he threw some water in my face and started working on me again. Oh, he knew his job. It hurt, but it didn't kill me. When I was coming to for the third time, the phone rang. And Bert left the room to answer it. I knew this was the only chance I was going to get. When the goon leaned over me with a bucket of water, I grabbed the cuffs of his trouser legs and pulled. I staggered up to my feet as the goon started up off his back. I kicked him as hard as I could in the face. Grabbed the heavy bucket and stumbled over to the door, just as Bert came back from the phone call.
Hey, goon.
Ask me a civil question, Bert. I tied them up as best I could, then took Bert's gun and the car keys. I found my way out of the warehouse, climbed in the big black sedan, and drove across town to the block that ran into River Street. All the way, I kept my fingers crossed that the blind man with the tin cup and pencils would still be there. Pardon me.
Yes?
I came by here a little while ago and dropped a key in your cup.
Oh, yes, I found it. Here it is.
I'd like to buy it back.
Buy it?
Yeah. Here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I guess I'd better be going. It's beginning to rain.
No, it isn't. It's just bleeding out. I wheeled the big car back across town to the 11th precinct and caught Lieutenant Korchak just going off duty. He took one look at my face, mumbled something about careless truck drivers, and sat down to listen to my story.
Bert and the goon?
Yeah, I left them in a warehouse. They won't stay tied up long. The boys that picked up Maud Gilkerson were named Ernie and Frank.
Ernie Phillips and Frank Seller. I'll have them picked up.
This key could bust this town wide open.
I hope you're right, Dollar. A lot of people have tried to get Hargy. Now, let's go down to Grand Central.
Right.
Oh, about Maud Gilkerson.
What about her?
They fished her out of the river about an hour ago. Yeah, okay. Give me the key.
Here. Archie knows about this locker. Ernie and Frank forced Maud to tell them before they killed her.
You sure?
They called Hargy while I was in his apartment. He told me.
Ah, let's see what we've got. Huh.
Package. Korchak, look out!
Huh?
I'd seen them just as they came around the corner. The goon was grinning through the teeth I'd kicked out, and Bert had a big lump on the side of his head where I'd nailed him with a bucket. Everyone came out with their guns all at once. Korchak jumped to one side, and I dropped to my stomach while I squeezed out all 6 shots from the gun I'd taken away from Bert. When the smoke cleared, Korchak was down, but he was smiling. He'd caught one high on the shoulder, but Bert and the goon were through being bad boys. The goon was dead, and Bert didn't have far to go to catch up. The wagon cleaned it up, and Korchak and I got ourselves patched up at emergency. They wanted to keep us in for observation, but Korchak had waited too long to get Hargy, and nothing was going to stop him from making the arrest. I didn't want to miss it either. Korchak collected a squad, and we paid a visit to the penthouse. Think he skipped?
Stakeout said he hasn't left the building. Come on, Hargy, open up. This is Korchak, and I got a present for you.
Hey, get back.
Come on in, Korchak. I got a little something for you, too.
You know, I'm kind of glad he wanted it this way. I'll shoot the lock, and then we go in. All right, hit the door. You all right, Dollar?
Yeah, sure. Is he dead?
He sure is.
Expense account items 5 and 6. The $200 I gave to Maud, which they never recovered, and $1.50 for the 2 bottles I gave to Wilbur, who recovered 3 days later. The contribution to the blind man is on me. Expense account items 7 and 8. $75.95, hotel bill, train fare, and incidentals back to Hartford. Expense account total, $301.01, and multiple bruises. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Remember, friends, for refreshing taste plus chewing enjoyment, treat yourself to delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. The taste of fresh spearmint is cooling and delightful, and there's lots of it in every stick of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. It freshens your mouth, helps keep your throat moist, and sweetens your breath besides. You'll enjoy the good chewing, too, because Wrigley's Spearmint is so smooth and pleasant to chew on. There's nothing else quite like it. Next time you're at the store, stop at your friendly merchant's display of chewing gum and get a few packages of good-tasting Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. Always keep some handy for refreshing taste plus chewing enjoyment. That's Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, brought to you by Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, stars John Lund in the title role and was written by Blake Edwards with music by Eddie Dunstetter. Featured in tonight's cast were Victor Rodman, Joseph Kearns, Herb Butterfield, Jim Nusser, James McCallion, Martha Wentworth, and Bill Conrad. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. The makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum hope you enjoyed tonight's story of Johnny Dollar and that you're enjoying delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Gum every day. This is Charles Lyon, inviting you to join us again next week at this same time when from Hollywood, John Lund returns as
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
This is the CBS Radio Network.
From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
Pat McCracken, Johnny, Universal Adjustment Bureau.
Oh, hi, Pat. Hey, I thought you were on vacation.
I was. I got called back right in the middle of it on account of Ned Grant. You know him?
Grant, the Broadway columnist?
That's the one.
Well, what's he got to do with your vacation?
He's heavily insured by one of the companies we represent, and right now he's taking his vacation.
Well?
Well, Ned has made a lot of enemies in his time.
I know. I read his column.
Yeah. And it looks like one of those enemies is trying to make Ned's vacation permanent. Savvy?
I'll be right over, Pat.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, Act One of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Home Office, Universal Adjustment Bureau, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the ideal vacation matter. Expense account item 1, $1.20 for a taxi from my apartment to the office of Universal Adjustment Bureau, where Pat McCracken was waiting for me, his face covered with sunburn and worry.
Just when I was beginning to relax and enjoy my vacation. Sit down, Johnny.
Thanks. Now, what's the deal about this Ned Grant?
When you say you read his column, you know he prints some pretty blunt stuff sometimes.
Yeah. I've often wondered how he gets away with it.
A couple of years ago, he dug up some evidence on a bad boy named Willie Bemis.
Bemis, yeah. The stuff he printed helped get Bemis convicted, didn't it?
Yeah, but he swore he'd get even with Ned.
Oh, well, a fellow in Ned Grant's position hears that kind of threat all the time. Besides, with Bemis in jail, what's the problem?
None at all, Johnny, if he were in jail. He broke out last night.
Oh, I see. Does Grant know that Bemis is on the
No,
list?
I told you, Grant's on vacation, probably as far from a newspaper as he can get.
So you think he's in danger?
Well, what would you think?
Oh, but if Bemis has any sense, he's heading in some other direction as fast as he
We
can.
can't afford to take the chance, Johnny.
Well, look, Pat, I still don't see where I figure in this. Why not just arrange for police protection for Grant until Bemis gets picked up?
Want to protect a guy, you got to find him first.
Find him? Yeah. You mean you don't know where Grant is?
Apparently nobody knows.
Oh, great. And I'm supposed to find him?
That's right. Oh, and do me a favor, huh?
Like what?
Find him before Willie Bemis does.
Well, I knew enough about Bemis to realize he wouldn't hesitate to gun down anybody who got in his way, including me. So I headed for New York. That's item 2, $23.40. I located the apartment house where Ned Grant lived and had a talk with the manager in his office at the rear of the first floor.
I'm sorry, Mr. Dollar, but I really don't have the slightest idea where Mr. Grant went on his vacation.
Well, didn't he leave a forwarding address?
No, he just told me to hold all his mail for him here until he got back.
And he didn't say anything at all that would give you a clue as to where he might have gone?
None at all.
Oh, great.
I don't know if you know Mr. Grant very
Not
well,
personally.
but, well, he's unpredictable, let's put it that way. Of course, the kind of life he leads would make a character out of anyone, I guess.
You mean batting out that column every day, huh?
Yes, and his phone ringing every 10 minutes and strange people traipsing up to see him at all hours. Really, I can understand his not telling anyone where he went on his vacation. He just wanted to get away from it all. He kept saying that this time he was going to have an ideal vacation.
Ideal vacation. That could mean anything from a trip to the moon to, well, Lord knows what. Tell me this. Did he take much luggage?
Oh, I don't even know, but he hadn't been gone 10 minutes before my phone started ringing with calls for it.
Your phone?
Oh, yes, Mr. Grant had his disconnected before he left. Tell me, Mr. Dollar, what's so urgent about finding Mr. Grant?
There's an escaped convict named Willie Bemis who has it in for him.
Oh?
He could be looking for Grant. If so, I have to find Grant first.
I see. Well, I wish I had more information for you. Oh, I tell you, you might try Miss Anthony.
Huh?
Possibly she could help you.
Well, who's Miss Anthony?
Doris Anthony. A close friend of Mr. Grant.
Oh? You know where I can find her, where she lives?
Well, as I understand it, she has a small apartment somewhere on East 73rd Street.
Good, I'll find it. Thanks, Mr. Crothers. I walked outside and hailed a taxi. But then, just as I was about to step into it, I froze. Because I caught a glimpse of somebody walking quickly into the service entrance at the side. And there was just enough light to tell me it was none other than Willie Bemis. I headed back in fast and straight to the door of Crothers' little office. The door of it was locked. Crothers, open up. Crothers. Okay, then I'll open it. Hey, Crothers, what happened to you?
Oh, Mr. Dollar.
That's right, what happened?
This man, right after you left, he came barging in.
That was Willie Bemis. What did you tell him, Crothers?
Only what I told you.
And it looks like he and I are starting out even.
Huh?
But this is one race I don't want to end up in what you'd call a dead heat.
Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. And now, Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the ideal vacation matter.
I looked up Doris Anthony's address on East 73rd and took a cab. That's item 3, $1.75 to her apartment. She was tall, rangy, dark hair. And somewhere along the line, I'd seen her before. But I couldn't remember where.
Ned Grant? How would I know where he is? He isn't exactly the sort of guy that lets you in on his plan.
Hey, listen, Doris, this may be the oldest line in the book, and I know it, but haven't I seen you somewhere before?
Could be. I've been around a while.
Like where?
Oh, I used to sing in a couple clubs around town. That's where I met Ned. He liked me, so he helped me.
In his column, that what you mean?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
His apartment manager says you're a very good friend of Ned's.
He has a lot of girlfriends. My main claim to fame is I'm always handy.
Well, look, Grant told the apartment manager he was going to take an ideal vacation. Any idea what that would mean? Or where?
Sure. Wherever there are girls. What do you want him for?
Somebody's out to get him.
What do you mean? Who?
Willie Bemis. That name mean anything to you?
Bemis is in prison.
He was. He's out now.
What? When?
You didn't know?
I haven't read the papers today.
Does that change your mind any about helping me find him?
Look, really, I don't know where he is, honest. There is one thing that might help, though.
Yeah, what?
Well, a week or so ago, while I was out with Ned, he stopped in at a travel agency. Davis, I think the agent's name was, on 51st Street, around there.
Okay, I'll follow it up.
Johnny, if Ned doesn't know, Bemis...
Yeah. And if I don't get to him first, he's in for a real nasty surprise. There was still something about Doris that stuck in my mind, but I couldn't quite peg it. So I decided to do a little quick research on her. I dropped in to see an old friend who worked in one of the newspapers. We dug through a lot of clippings in the morgue. Doris had sung at half a dozen spots around town, and there were a lot of pictures on her. Then I came to one that rang a large-sized bell. It was a shot of her sitting at a nightclub table. And the man sitting there with her was Willie Bemis. I headed back to her apartment fast. But she was gone. The manager told me she'd left in a hurry and with a suitcase. Now I didn't know where I stood. If Doris was still friendly with Bemis, it could very well be that she knew where Grant was and was helping Willie Bemis find him. In that case, the lead she gave me on the travel agent was only a bum steer to throw me off the trail. But the way things stood, I didn't have anything else to go on at the moment, so I had to take a chance she'd been on the level. I headed for West 50th Street, and the travel agent she told me about, a man named Davis.
Ned Grant. Look, customers like him I can do without.
What do you mean by that?
Here, I'll show you. Here we are. A reservation at Nassau. Here's one in Bermuda. Oh, and here's one for the Virgin Islands.
He had you make all those for him?
Every one. That sort of thing doesn't make me very popular at those resorts, believe me.
Well, it's a cinch he can't be at all those places.
If you ask me, he's not at any of them. He's always doing that sort of thing.
Well, that's a lot of help. Just the same, I'm going to call those places. Where's your phone?
Right there on the desk. But I tell you... Excuse me. Hello? Who? Oh, yeah, just a minute. It's for you, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, thanks. Johnny Dollar.
It's Doris Anthony, Johnny.
Wow. Well, I didn't think I'd be hearing from you again.
Why not?
After I found out you were an old friend of Willie Bemis, I went back to your apartment. You'd cleared out.
Johnny, I'm no longer a friend of Willie Bemis.
Oh, now, wait a minute, sister.
It's the truth. But I was afraid he might come to see me. That's why I left.
Oh, sure.
Johnny, the reason I'm calling, I think I know where Ned could be.
Where?
Well, I'm not sure, but a few days ago he went to see a friend of his named Mike Hastings. Mike owns a ski lodge up in Vermont.
Ski lodge? There's no skiing this time of year.
I know. The lodge is closed, but Ned's gone up there once or twice before when he wanted to get away from everything.
Okay, where is it?
It's called Hastings Lodge, about 20 miles beyond Bradbury, on a little country road.
Now, look. I have no choice but to go on up there. Have you told anyone else about this?
No, of course not.
Okay, Doris. Don't. Expense account item 4, $38.50. Transportation by plane and rented car to Hastings Ski Lodge. As I jounced over the bumpy road up in the Vermont woods, I couldn't help thinking this might be strictly a wild goose chase. But at the moment, I couldn't afford to pass up any lead. It was after dark when I finally drove up to the lodge. It sprawled on the side of a hill way out in the middle of nowhere. There were no lights on, no sign of life about the place at all. The door was unlocked. Inside, the room was pitch dark with all the curtains drawn. I couldn't find the light switch, but I had a real funny feeling. Like maybe there was somebody else in the room with me. Grant? Grant?
Sorry, buddy. You got the wrong party.
Bemis.
That's right. Willie Bemis. Just hold it right where you are, boy.
How'd you find out about this place?
What difference it make?
Yeah, I guess you got a point there. Except I have a nasty little idea who might have tipped you off. Well, where's Ned Grant?
He hasn't shown up yet.
So what happens now?
So I'll wait for him.
What about me?
I'll give you 3 guesses about you, but I figure you're only going to need one of them.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the ideal vacation matter.
Stand still, Dollar.
My gun is on the left, if that's what you're looking for, Bemis.
Oh, thanks.
So Doris tipped you off, huh?
I had a little talk with her.
And I thought she was a friend of Grant's.
You never know, do you?
I guess you're right.
Dollar, I'm afraid you're in my way around here, and that means... Well, you get the message, don't you?
Yeah, I get the message.
You see, you made just one mistake.
What's that?
You should have stayed at home.
Yeah, I should have stayed at home, all right. And if it weren't for Ned Grant, I could have. And then it hit me. Sure. Suddenly I knew what the ideal vacation meant for that crazy Broadway columnist. The answer had been right under my nose from the start. Yeah, I'd finally figured out where Grant was. But it wasn't doing me much good. I had to get out of here, and at the moment, my chances didn't look too good.
You know, Dollar, you got a very funny look on your face.
Have I?
Yeah, like something just rang a bell with you.
Oh, sorry, Bemis. It's just my normal delirious expression.
Okay, funny boy. Play it your way. Over against the wall. Move. Hold it. Listen. There's a car outside.
Friend of yours?
I don't know. I'm not taking any chances. Now, you answer the door, Dollar. I'll be right behind it, and this gun will be staring at your back.
It could be Ned Grant who'd driven up, in which case I'd have to warn him somehow. Or it could be somebody else, in which case I had to grab their car and get out of here. One thing sure, whoever it was, I had to move fast.
Johnny?
I pulled the door open wide, then threw my weight against it. It slammed into Bemis and flattened him against the wall. He was off balance, so I crawled and his gun went flying. But I couldn't see where, and I couldn't take time to look. I grabbed Doris. Come on. Come on, now, into the car. Now, you're going to help me for a change.
That was Bemis.
Don't tell me you're surprised. You're the one who tipped him off about the ski lodge.
But, Johnny, I had no choice. He pushed me around.
Yeah, sure.
Johnny, where are we going?
New York.
You think Ned's there?
Doris, I think he's been there right from the start. We stopped at the nearest town to call the sheriff. I wanted his boys to try and intercept Bemis. He was a cinch to be following us by now. Then we headed for the city. The sun was rising when we pulled up at Grant's apartment house. The manager didn't answer.
Maybe he's still asleep.
Looks like I have to take another chance on you, Doris.
I tell you, I'm on the level, Johnny.
I sure hope so. I got to get up to Grant's apartment fast. Now, there's a payphone over there in the lobby. Call the police and then meet me upstairs. Go on.
Okay, Johnny.
I went upstairs and pounded on Grant's door, but no answer. I went to the end of the hall and out onto the fire escape. Yeah, there was a ledge. Carefully, I worked my way along it to a window. It was Grant's bedroom, all right. And there he was, sound asleep, with an empty bottle on the bed table. So my hunch had been right. Sure, it was the ideal vacation for a guy who was pestered by everybody in town. Tell everyone you're leaving the city, then disconnect your phone and hole up in your apartment for some real peace and quiet. I went to the front door. Doris?
Yes, Johnny, let me in.
Okay, just a sec. Well, Doris, I was... Well.
Well. If it ain't Johnny Dollar.
Hello, Bemis.
Now, ain't this nice?
So you did it again, Doris.
Honest, Johnny, I couldn't help it. He has a gun. He made me.
Yeah, sure.
Pretty smart, huh, Dollar? Finding Ned Grant for me? You know, I don't think I'd ever thought of looking for him here. But you did, so you're a smart boy.
Okay, now look, Bemis.
Don't interrupt me while I'm talking. Like I was saying, I'm much obliged to you for helping me find Grant. Now that I got him, okay. So I don't need you around anymore.
No, don't!
Slowly and with a smirk on his face, Bemis raised his gun until it pointed straight at my head.
What?
It flew out of his hand. The shot had come from outside, down the hall. Suddenly, the corridor was swarming with police. Bemis stole for his gun. Instead, he collected the butt of one over his left ear.
Thank goodness they got here.
So you did call the police after all?
You bet I did. Now, do you believe I'm on the level?
Yeah, Doris, I guess I do. And you took a mighty good way to prove it.
What's going on here?
Ned.
So you finally woke up. Or sobered up.
Hey, that's Willie Bemis they're carting away.
It sure is.
Well, what's he doing here? What's going on, huh?
Hey, look, Bright Eyes, you better go on back to bed.
But I don't understand.
Just write the whole deal off as a bad dream, huh? Expense account total $115.25. And look, the next time you send me out to protect a guy, don't pick one who's going to sleep all the way through the deal, huh? I don't know, it kind of takes the sport out of it. And Pat, since I didn't find a man who ran away for you, on account of he never really ran away, well, how about sending my fee on this one to the community chest? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Our star will return in just a moment. And now, here's our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, an old racket comes to light and nearly cost me my life. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood. Written by Robert Wright, it is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were Mary Jane Croft, Lawrence Dobkin, Joseph Kearns, Jack Edwards, Barney Phillips, and Byron Kane. Be sure to join us next week, same station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Cubberly speaking. This is the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
From Hollywood, it's time now for Edmund O'Brien as
Johnny Dollar?
the insurance investigator that's working on the Byron Hayes killing.
That's right. Who's this?
I got a few things to say about the shooting. I can't say them to the police, but if you level with me, maybe I can say them to you.
All right. I've got to be sure of you, too. Who are you, and how'd you find out about me?
One of the papers mentioned that you'd come to New York. I guess you've read about me, too. I'm what they call the chief suspect, object of a widespread search.
Roy Corona?
That's right. Now, do you want to talk to me?
Sure, Roy. Anytime you say.
I thought so. I'm going to give the phone to a friend that's with me. He'll tell you where to go and what to do so he can pick you up. Edmund O'Brien in another adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office, Corinthian All Risk Insurance Company. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Byron Hayes matter. Expense account item 1, $12, transportation from Hartford to New York. There wasn't much to be done that first day. The police had their theory on who had killed Hayes, and I hadn't had time to form mine. And then that evening, I received a phone call from a man who called himself Roy Corona, the basis of the police theory. 20 minutes later, according to instructions, I was standing on a 7th Avenue street corner holding a copy of Life magazine in front of my face so I'd be recognized.
Hey, you.
Yeah?
What's your name?
I'm your man, all right, Dollar.
Come on.
Hiya, Dollar.
All right.
You didn't do anything I told you not to on the phone, did you?
I told you I wouldn't do anything, didn't I?
A lot of people make a lot of promises they don't keep.
Maybe so.
But I guess all I can do is either trust you or drive fast enough and far enough to shake a tail if I don't trust you.
Or you can drop me if you don't want to go through with this. I didn't ask to come, you know.
That's right. And I don't think you should have been asked. But it's Roy's neck, not mine. I'll just pretend there's a tail on me so I won't get out of practice. Doorway next to the poultry store there.
Thanks for the ride.
It's on the ground floor, second door back. Tell Roy I'll sit out here for a minute and then park the car.
Sure.
Tell him I'll be in a little while.
Yeah. Roy?
Yeah. My friend stay outside?
Yeah, he said he was going to park the car.
I'm not so sure I did the right thing calling you, but I guess they couldn't make things worse by doing it.
I guess not, Roy. They want you real bad.
Sure they do, because I'm a natural. Once you've been in prison, you're a natural for anything.
There's more to it than that, isn't there?
According to the papers, yeah, but not really. I didn't kill this Hayes guy. I didn't even know him.
The police don't seem to think that's important. They figure that a guy who spends 2 years in a prison comes out to find his girl mixed up with a lot of men. It's going to get knocked off balance.
Yeah, I guess that part of it's true. It did hit me pretty hard, but not hard enough to make me kill anybody.
They think it did. Hayes was one of the men you lost your girl to, so they figure you wouldn't have to know him to kill him. That you were waiting outside her apartment when Hayes came out, you blasted him.
Sure, they got it all worked out. The only thing wrong with it is that it ain't true. They don't care about that, but I do.
If you can prove they're wrong, you got nothing to worry about, have you?
My proof that I was someplace else is a couple of ex-convicts like myself. Statements from guys like that are broken down before they even make them. Isn't that right?
I guess there could be better alibis. Why did you bring me here, Roy? Try out your alibi on me or to tell me who killed Byron Hayes?
I don't know who killed him. But it would help if you believed that the proof I was someplace else would stand up.
If you have something else to back it up, let's assume that I do believe it.
It's something that police won't find out. Rita was blackmailing Hayes.
How do you know that?
I heard him. Right after I came out, when I was having a bad time over Rita. I was in the hallway one night, and I saw him go into her apartment. I listened to the door, and I heard him talking about it.
That would make it pretty careless, wouldn't it?
Oh, it was him that was talking so I could hear. He told her he couldn't afford to pay her anymore, but it had to stop.
It wouldn't do you any good to make this up, Roy.
I know that. And if she was taking him, she must be taking the others. A cop wouldn't get the truth out of anybody, but you might be able to check it if they'll trust you.
All right. I'll look into it.
What about the police? You gonna tell them?
That I got it from you?
Yeah.
They'd either toss me into a cell or laugh me out of town if I did, unless you'd like to stick around and back me up.
No, I don't think I will. I gave it to you, and by the time my friend gets you back to your hotel, I'll be out of here and holed up someplace else.
Sure, Roy. I thought you would. The only reason this tip from the number one suspect meant anything to me was that to date, no progress at all had been made. Rita Cobb, outside whose door Hayes had been killed, said she'd known him only casually, that he'd just dropped in. Nobody else could be found who knew about the association, and even the widow, Agnes Hayes, said she had never heard of Rita Cobb. After I was dropped at the hotel, I decided to try out the new lead on the widow first.
I've told the police everything I know, Mr. Dollar.
I'm afraid it wasn't very much, Mrs. Hayes, and I wondered if there might not be something you didn't tell them because you didn't want to.
What do you mean?
I'm not a policeman. There are no reporters around. Everything you say to me will be kept in confidence. Mrs. Hayes, didn't you really know that your husband was seeing Rita Cobb?
If I'd thought he was, do you think I wouldn't have done something about it?
You didn't suspect anything?
No. Even now, I don't think he was seeing her, as you put it.
Do you know why he would have dropped in to see her, as she said he did?
No. I knew nothing about it. Oh, please, Mr. Dollar, you must understand that this has been very difficult for me.
Yes, of course it has.
As far as I'm concerned, my husband always was a man above question. His friends, his business associates, everybody looked up to him. I looked up to him. And now you and the others ask me to believe that he knew this woman.
She said as much.
No, she was lying. There must be something else she's hiding. She's saying she knew Byron to hide something else. She didn't know him. She's lying.
We'll learn the truth, Mrs. Hayes. Someone told me that Rita Cobb was blackmailing your husband.
That's not true.
That he was heard saying he couldn't pay her anymore.
That's not true. Why should he pay her anything? He didn't know her.
All right, Mrs. Hayes. I only wanted to tell you what somebody said.
It's not true.
All right, Mrs. Hayes. I thought a little more of Roy Corona's lead after I got the widow's reaction. Nobody can deny so vehemently and not be doubted. I wondered how the beautiful blonde in the case would take the bait. Hello, Miss Cobb.
Hello.
I'd like to talk to you.
Why? I told you and the police everything I know.
That's what Mrs. Hayes told me just a little while ago. I think I'd better come in.
No. You have no right to do
I
this.
suppose not, but you have no right to hold back information from the police either.
I haven't held anything back.
I want to be sure of that. So far, the police and I have been working completely blind. Nobody has known anything. Hayes is shot to death right outside your apartment, and nobody has the faintest idea why.
Do you think I'm enjoying it? Do you think I like seeing my face plastered all over the papers, labeled the mystery woman? Don't you think I'd like to see this cleared up?
Would you like to see it come out that Hayes was more than a casual acquaintance of yours?
I met him once or twice, that's all. Why did you say that?
How many other casual acquaintances do you have?
I don't understand.
What about a man named Donald Smith?
How did you find out about him?
That's not the point.
I refuse to have the names of my friends dragged into this. It wouldn't do any good. Wouldn't do anything but hurt them.
Donald Smith is about the same kind of man Hayes was. Married, past middle age, good-sized bank account.
Don't drag him into this. Please.
How about your friend Earl Fisher? Married, past middle age, good-sized bank account.
What did you learn about him?
I've learned about 2 or 3 more of you men.
The police know?
Not yet.
You're going to tell them?
I may have to.
I wish you wouldn't. I didn't mention them because I didn't think there was any reason to. None of them had anything to do with Byron.
How did you know that?
Because none of them knew about him.
Because he was such a casual friend?
No. I lied about that. But not to hide anything from the police.
And why?
I don't know. I was afraid to tell about him.
I can see why. There are a lot of things that aren't being told about this. But it'll come out if everybody in town has to be dragged into it. Now think that over, Rita, in case you feel like coming clean. She didn't feel like saying any more to me anyway. It was about 10 p.m. when I left her. My first stop was a phone booth a half block away from her apartment building. I dialed a number and got what I'd expected, a busy signal. It was nothing definite, but I would have staked my expense account total on the hunch that she was warning somebody. To bear me out, the phone was ringing in my hotel room when I got there. Johnny Dollar.
This is Earl Fisher, Mr. Dollar.
Earl Fisher?
Yes. You mentioned my name to Rita Cobb a short time ago.
Yeah?
I had a feeling I should have talked to someone before this.
That's right, you should have.
I hope you can understand, however, my feelings. I naturally didn't want my name to enter this public.
Naturally.
I have a great deal to consider. A family, reputation.
Yes, I understand, Mr. Fisher.
But I feel that I have to talk to you.
Did you tell Rita Cobb that you were going to?
Hardly. Since she threatened me with dire consequences if I did.
All right, Mr. Fisher. Where can we get together?
I'd have to know that I could count on your confidence, at least temporarily.
I think you can count on that.
Could you meet me this evening?
Where?
Do you know Ricky's Club on Lexington near 80th?
I can find it.
Then shall I see you there in 30 minutes? The bartender will point me out to you.
I'll be there, Mr. Fisher. Thanks for calling. That was the first real result of the lead given to me by Roy Corona. The second was quick to follow. I would have made another bet that a warning by Rita Cobb had decided somebody else to correct the situation in another way. It happened when I left the lobby and called for a cab.
Hey!
The shots came from a car, double parked. First, I saw the pistol come out of the window. Then I dropped, and from a prone position, I heard the rest. And I remember lying there. I didn't wonder so much about who was shooting at me then. I wondered how many people in the city of Greater New York wanted to see me and my information out of the way.
We will return you to the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in just a moment. For another great crime-hunting drama, spend a half hour with CBS's Gangbusters every Saturday evening. On Gangbusters, sheriffs, police chiefs, and district attorneys from American cities and towns tell the story of their manhunts. Fine casts of top actors join them to reenact these real dramas of crime-busting in action. Gangbusters is heard every Saturday evening on most of these same CBS stations. Be listening this Saturday, won't you? Now, with our star Edmund O'Brien, we return you to the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
I didn't want to talk to the police right then, but I didn't have a chance not to. A patrolman was on the scene almost before I could get up off the sidewalk. And 25 minutes later, I was in my room with the sergeant of detectives I'd met earlier in the case.
What's going on, Dollar? Who's out after you?
I think I was mistaken for somebody else.
Now, you know better than that. I've got witnesses that for 10 minutes a car was double parked in front of this hotel. And that time, 4 or 5 men came out of that lobby. But the minute you step out, they open fire. Now, that doesn't sound like a mistake, does it?
It still could be.
Are you holding out anything, Dollar?
I don't know who shot at me, if that's what you mean.
That's only part of what I mean. I don't want anybody killed working on one of my cases. Now, what have you dug up? If you don't give it to me, I'm going to put you under wraps for your own good.
Okay, Mayor.
Oh, then you do have something.
Well, I didn't think much of it at first. It was a lead on Rita Cobb.
What kind of a lead?
On what might really have gone on between her and Hayes.
Where'd it come from?
I took it to the widow first. She still denied knowing her husband was acquainted with the Cobb woman, but she may have realized that by admitting it, she'd be giving herself a motive.
That's not new.
No, but the possibility of blackmail is. And she could have known about that, too.
Blackmail? Where'd that come from?
I can't tell you, but I think it's worth something. I have a list of names. Men who might be on the same spot that Hayes was.
Got it written down?
Yeah, right here.
Where'd you get this, Dollar? Names, addresses, and occupations.
Sorry, I can't tell you that.
You're going to refuse to answer police questions?
Just that one. I'm not trying to hog your case, Sergeant Middleton, or trying to be hard to get along with. But you've got to understand. You must have given your word to an informer somewhere along the line.
All right, we'll let it pass for now.
Thanks. And I guess you understand, too, that you're probably holding the names of some potential suicides if you break this publicly right now.
What about a potential killer? Do these men know you're onto them?
I'm not sure how many. I tossed a couple of names at Rita, generalized the rest. Then one of them phoned me. When I was leaving the hotel, I was on my way to meet him.
Probably baited you out onto the sidewalk.
It could be. I couldn't tell where he was phoning from. Maybe right downstairs.
Which one was he?
This one, Earl Fisher. Married, family, fairly big gun on the stock exchange.
Motive enough to make a try on you?
No proof that he fired the shots, but I'd pick up Rita Cobb as a material witness or something. Somebody might think of putting her out of the way if they haven't already.
No, not if they know you have their names.
I guess you're right.
But I'll pick her up anyway.
Let me get on the phone. Just try a check on Earl Fisher. I called the bar where Fisher said he'd meet me. The answer I got didn't do much to alibi him for the attempt on my life. The bartender told me that Fisher not only hadn't been there that night, but that he, the bartender, had never heard of him. While Sergeant Middleton went out to pick up Rita Cobb, I hopped a cab, went back to the Hayes address to try the widow again.
Is it absolutely necessary, Mr. Dollar? I'm so distraught.
I'm afraid it is necessary, Mrs. Hayes. A number of things have happened since I left you.
Very well. I hope you won't stay long.
I'll try not to.
Would you like to sit down?
Yes, I think we'd better.
All right. Come in here. I hope you'll forgive the appearance of the apartment. I haven't had the servant in.
Might have been better if you had, rather than staying here alone.
I couldn't face her. I don't know how I'll be able to face anybody ever. We've been not what you'd call prominent people, but certainly quite acceptable. Then to have Byron killed in that sordid place under these circumstances.
What circumstances, Mrs. Hayes?
That girl. No one will ever really believe that Byron didn't know her, no matter what the truth is.
I think you know what the truth is, but you've had reason to deny it. Now, what reason? What are you trying to save?
Save? What is there to save now?
I can't think of anything except what's left of your pride, Mrs. Hayes, if you'll excuse my saying so.
You're a cruel young man.
I don't like to be, but sometimes it's worse to be too kind. You've taken advantage of the police and me by holding back the truth for purely selfish reasons.
Mr. Dollar.
You're less interested in seeing your husband's death cleared up than you are in what your neighbors will think of you when the truth does come out. And it has come out.
Mr. Dollar.
And you're in danger of having to answer impeding the investigation of the death of your own husband. Now, what will your neighbors think of that?
Mr. Dollar, what are you saying? What do you mean?
Rita Cobb admitted to me that your husband was more than a casual friend.
She's lying.
Another acceptable husband admitted to me that she was blackmailing him. There are others. So it's only logical to assume that she was blackmailing your husband.
That's not true.
How do you know?
It can't be true.
The state will spend a year looking into Mr. Hayes' money transactions, if they have to. And there's something else. I'm convinced that you knew about it. I was convinced by the way you reacted when I told you earlier tonight.
I'm so confused.
When I told the police how you acted, their first thought was that possibly you'd killed your husband. Your motive would be that you knew about Rita Cobb, so naturally you wouldn't want to admit it.
Don't think that. They can't, my own husband, no matter what he did.
Police minds go that way when people don't cooperate with them.
I was wrong. I thought it didn't make any difference. I thought nothing did with Byron's death.
You knew about Miss Cobb, didn't you?
Miss Cobb. Yes, I knew about her.
Why didn't you tell us?
Don't know.
And you knew about the blackmail.
Yes. Oh, I know why I didn't tell you. I've been trying to spare myself, as you said, but for far worse reasons. I'm responsible for Byron's death.
How, Mrs. Hayes?
Because I was a righteous wife. It wasn't enough that I found out about her and her blackmail, but I wasn't big enough to forgive him or even think calmly. If I had been, it would have ended. Then there would have been no reason to consent to blackmail.
You learned just recently, then.
Yes. I made him go to this woman. I made him go and tell her that he was through and that he was going to report her to the police. That's why he was killed. I sent him. And I was afraid to admit my responsibility.
He was killed night before last. You must have learned that day.
A man came here. He said Byron knew that woman. I didn't believe him. But when I faced Byron, then I knew.
This man, did he give you his name?
No.
What did he look like? Was he dark? Not quite as tall as I am?
Yes. Oh, please go. I've told you. I've told you. Now I want you to go.
I left and took with me one more piece of the puzzle that looked like it was ready to fall into place. The man I described to her was my original informant, Roy Corona.
Now, this is serious, Dollar. You shouldn't have met with Roy Corona without telling us about it.
I don't think your best squad car could have tailed the guy that drove me, Sergeant. After I met him, he moved someplace else, so it probably doesn't make any difference.
Then what do you think his game is?
The way I see it, he was in love with Rita Cobb. 2 years in prison, he comes out and finds her involved with these men. He did enough listening at doors to satisfy himself that she was blackmailing Hayes as far as I can go. He's hoping to frame her for it or whether talking.
Well, you shouldn't have met him when the door's coming up. There.
What did you bring me down here for?
You're a witness, but looks like you're...
What's downstairs?
Some fast explaining, Rita. And Hayes.
I told
For
you.
blackmailing Hayes.
I found that out.
It wasn't blackmail. I borrowed some money from Byron once in a while.
That isn't what Roy Corona told Mrs. Hayes.
Oh? I should have known. Well, I don't care what he told her.
Go through just what happened the other night again.
It's the same as before. Byron left, I heard some shots and ran out. Byron was lying there.
You ran right out and didn't see anybody.
That's right.
You're sure you didn't see anybody?
If I had, don't you think I'd say so?
You didn't see Roy Corona?
I wish I had. But I don't care what you've got on me. I'm not changing my story. I heard the shots, ran out, and Byron was lying there.
Have you seen a lawyer?
Is there a law against that?
Are you sure you didn't run out first, then hear the shots, and then see him lying there?
Are you asking me if I killed him?
If you didn't, who did?
I heard the shots, ran out, and he was lying there.
We've figured out a motive for you now. Byron's wife got after him, made him come down and tell you he was going to turn you in. Didn't he say that?
Turn me in? For what? Byron and I were good friends. He dropped in. So you prove that's what he said.
We've got pretty good proof that you were blackmailing 5 men at least.
Oh, I don't think you'll find anybody who'll say that's what it was.
Yeah. You had enough, Dollar.
I've had enough.
I'm going to see her charged with murder tomorrow.
You've certainly got enough. That's the way things stood that night, and until my hotel room phone rang in the morning. Johnny Dollar.
Dollar, this is Roy Corona.
Yeah, what do you want?
I read in the morning paper they're charging Rita with murder.
That's right.
She didn't do it. I did.
What are you talking about? What's the matter with you?
Nothing's the matter with me. Only she didn't kill him, I did. I shouldn't have, but when I found out she was seeing him and she wouldn't see me, I went crazy. I saw him come out of her apartment and I killed him. I want you to come and get me.
Nobody has to come and get you, Roy. Nobody's interested in you. If you want to make a statement, look up Sergeant Middleton and make one.
I can't do it that way. Look, I'm where you first met me. Bring the sergeant and come out after me. Do it fast before I change my mind.
Hello? Hello? After working half the night, it bothered Sergeant Middleton even more than it did me. But it was something that we thought we should look into. About 45 minutes later, we were knocking on the door of the dingy room next to the poultry shop.
Who's that? Dollar?
That's right, Roy.
Well, you came too late. I told you I might change my mind. Well, I have.
Oh, come on, Roy. Don't be ridiculous.
No, I killed him. And if there's no chance of working out a life with Rita, you might just...
Look, Roy, everything is just...
Okay, Dollar, let him have it.
Roy Corona made a good try. As well he might have, since he went to Mrs. Hayes and started the whole thing. But his shots went wild, and the sergeant's mind did too. When we dragged him out, he was still telling the same story. He didn't stop trying to save her until he heard about the confession made by Rita Cobb after I'd left her, about her motive and about the murder gun that turned up in her apartment. Find enclosed his reaction to that.
I'm sorry. I started it. I wanted to get her away from these men. I thought I could scare her away from the things she was doing. That's why I went to Hayes' wife. I never thought it'd lead to this. And I'd take the rap for Rita if I could. I wanted to get her to come back to me. Now look.
Expense account item 2, $140 miscellaneous expenses in New York. Item 3, same as item 1, transportation back to Hartford. Expense account total, $180.80. Remarks? Earl Fisher, the man suspected of shooting at me, was brought in for questioning. Because there was no proof, he survived that. But I felt sorry for him. I saw his wife, and what lay ahead for him at her hands was obvious. He was a condemned man. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, stars Edmund O'Brien in the title role and is written by Gil Dowd with music by Wilbur Hatch. Edmund O'Brien's latest picture is the Paramount Pictures production, The Redhead and the Cowboy. Featured in tonight's cast were Jim Nusser, Lee Patrick, Gene Bates, Ed Begley, and Jack Moyle. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. This is Dick Cutting inviting you to join us next week at this time when Edmund O'Brien returns as...
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
It's faster, it's funnier, it's got new life and a brand new punch because Jan Murray has taken over. It's CBS's Saturday night musical quiz, Sing It Again, an hour of mirth, melody, and money that's heard on most of these same CBS stations. Yes, Jan Murray is your new host. Alan Dale, Judy Lynn, the Riddlers, and Ray Block are your music makers. And there are still loads and loads of cash for identifying the new Phantom voice. Be sure to hear the new Sing It Again, starring Jan Murray, tonight on CBS. Stay tuned now for Von Monroe's Caravan, which follows immediately on most of these same stations. This is CBS, where you laugh at Jack Benny every Sunday night, the Columbia Broadcasting System.